Oh, hi, Boris. Are you
Ah!
about to start streaming?
I am streaming right now.
Yeah, it started.
I'm
So, boss, quick
so
question.
fucking mad at myself. Oh my god.
Why? What happened?
Did you not read what I just said in main chat? In like the gen?
The
Uh,
coffee.
I I forgot I even joined the vibe chat to chill. What did you just say? Oh God, spilled coffee on
Oh,
your desk. Oh shit. Huh.
I I was trying to move stuff out of the way. I put my cup of coffee down. I had 6 transfer sheets on the side of the desk. God damn it me.
oh no.
All those transfer sheets are gone.
Curse.
And now
Curse.
my desk has been marked by the dark gods.
One
I'm
debt to society
I'm livid.
later.
I'm angry, but like I can't be angry at anyone but myself, and it's making me feel awful. Hello, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. I'll be fine. I'm just.
Hey, hey, boss.
You know what's
Have you
actually
played?
worse. You know what's actually worse.
It was
What's
full.
actually what?
My first edition copy of Horus Rising was sitting on the fucking desk,
Oh
Oh
no!
no.
and
No!
Get that to a dryer.
Is there a misfault?
Dry now.
Yep, the first 100 pages are covered in coffee.
Okay, that hurts.
Fuck!
That
That's. Ah!
curse you beans.
I am. I am. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but like I gotta stream today, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'll have some coffee. I'll be sipping it as like we start, and I'm like, oh, I should probably like make some room here, and I'm not watching where my hand's going because like having this arm is amazing. Like having this mic arm is like amazing, but
I can smell
there's a point where like I can't see what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm trying to reach to move stuff and I knock the fucking thing over and
What are we talking about?
I spilled
Boss
coffee all
spilled
over my
coffee on his
desk.
desk. More
You spilled-
importantly,
And
he also spilled it on his first edition Horus Rising book, which is the true law.
Oh no!
It may not be that way, but God made the truest loss here.
I mean on the upside now my desk smells like coffee.
You know what? There is another upside. Now your Horse Rising book is truly a well-loved book because there's coffee stains on it.
Fuck. That doesn't make me happy. It's a first edition. It's bronze, dude.
Oh,
That's like
Trying-
you can't get that anymore.
Yeah.
well, get that to
I
the
mean-
dryer now.
You know what? I'm gonna look up because I guarantee you someone's probably selling one, but it's gonna be super expensive.
Exactly.
No, it'd be like trying to find a friggin' copy of the Guardsman Infantryman's Uplifting Primer. It's like $300.
My wife is like, well, maybe when I get home. I love my wife. I love them so much, but like this is a moment where it's like, babe, you are 3 hours away from 3 hours away from getting home.
Okay. For
Don't-
the hardcover,
Don't you
guess how
fucking-
much?
Don't you fucking tell me.
For the
Close
Well,
to
you sound-
$3,000.
oh oh
I'm sorry, but the
Uh,
way
It's
Um,
selling
Yes.
on the Horse Rising Anniversary First Edition. The hardcover is going for almost $3,000.
3K.
Was boss was yours a bronze one?
It was a bronze soft cover.
Okay, the bronze soft cover is about £10, so you get one for about $12.
Wait,
It's the original release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the original release right now, secondhand on eBay.
You know what? It's not even about the money. It's not even about the money. It's about the fact that this book is from my childhood.
It's
It's
sentimental.
sentimental. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about the money. Like, I care
It's
more
just-
about the fact that my book that my dad gave me.
Fair.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry for like the very depressing.
Well, on the bright side, at least it's only the first part of the book and not the entire book. It's salvageable.
Don't worry. I feel the same way. I used to have a. It was the first.
Nope. I'm not gonna let
expanded-
this. I'm not gonna let this ruin the stream today. Nope. Nope. We're not letting it ruin anything. Fuck. Nope.
You know what?
We're not.
Good.
I
Welcome,
had
welcome,
the-
everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. I'm so sorry. I was a silly goose. I should have cleaned up my desk. This is entirely on me.
You know what, Bob?
Let's
you know
not
what? We
let this
can go
ruin the
do-
stream tonight.
You can go kill a bio tyrant.
I had a. It was a first printing of the Crystal Star for Star Wars, and honestly, it's not worth very much. You can probably find one on eBay for like $4, but it meant so much to me, and it was ruined in flooding.
So
So, Bob,
Yeah. I need to get stuff out of the way quick
Yep.
here. So
Yep.
for all of you that don't know, please make sure your friends know, including anyone else that you think that you would love to play Space Marine 2 with. We, due to one of our lovely members of the community buying a Humble Bundle, they in addition got 3 Steam copies of Space Marine 2. Now, these aren't like the deluxe editions. These aren't like the big editions. These are the standard editions. But it's Space Marine 2 for Steam.
and it's
and-
essentially free to whoever wins the raffle.
So, I gave one of those copies to my friend Lasgar because he's been having a really rough time as of late. Having 2 kids and trying to work a job and trying to take care of his family. That does a lot to somebody. So I gave one of those to him because he deserves it. But the other two are up for raffle tonight. So how do you sign up for the raffle? You go onto my TikTok or my Twitch. You join the Discord server. Who the fuck is breathing like a... What the fuck is that noise? Sounds
I
like-
heard like a weird noise. I don't know if it was me because I'm slightly sick still and coughing every now and again, but I don't think that was me.
I have no idea what that is. It sounds like a spring that's like constantly like...
It sounded like a metal noise.
So anyway, you go onto my Twitch or you go into my link tree on my TikTok. You join the Discord. If you are using the TikTok link on the link tree, please, for the love of God, copy the invite link on the link tree into a browser. It will save you a fucking headache. But you go into my Discord, you join it. You go into the announcements page. There is a poll that you can sign up for. By the end of the stream, I'll be taking all those names, putting it in a wheel of decide, and the 2 people that we roll on win a copy of Space Marine 2. So, woo!
Yay!
You can join us as brothers and purge the foul Xenos.
Or you could play with your friends that have the game already, but you were a little bit too sad and poor to get it, which is totally understandable. By the way, I do not fault you for that. But yeah, let
yeah.
your friends know this stream's gonna go on for a while, and
Games are
the reason why it's going through my Discord is because I don't want to fucking track you down. It's easier if it's just on my Discord.
But you know what, folks? If you want to be part of the raffle, here's a good reason to join the Discord for the next time this happens, because it's getting weirdly often.
Yeah, people are buying
now.
like humble bundles or like extra codes and like, yeah, you can just raffle this off. I'm like, aren't I supposed to be like buying these things and then raffling them off myself? Like I appreciate it.
This has happened twice now, which means it's at the very least a coincidence. If it's 3 times, there's definitely a pattern and a conspiracy going on.
It's a conspiracy, man.
Also, I think most streamers, most streamers do actually just give away stuff that they get given.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Because like I mean, if I don't have it, like if I end up buying a stream Humble Bumble and get that shit, I'm gonna give it to you because I don't have a lot of friends who don't already own the games that I would own. So
our conspiracy is to buy stuff for Boss. Stop it. Stop it.
No.
Listen. If you really want to see the results of that conspiracy, watch his last raffle stream.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We don't necessarily
Not
need it to happen.
again.
We don't need that to happen again.
Theaters throwing out, boys. You know what to do.
That what they said
What
on Twitch.
happened?
Let's give Boss a break. And for the moment, there is a bio-tyrant that is in desperate need of killing.
We're chilling out for a little bit because my friend came upstairs. He's like, "So you're playing fucking content?" I'm like, content warning, and I'm like, well, I was gonna put it up to a vote. He's like, "Fuck you, we're playing content warning." And I'm like, oh, okay. He's gonna have dinner first, so we'll do that at like 7 o'clock, so in like 2 hours.
Okay. What's
Okay.
content warning?
It's essentially
Yeah.
Phasmophobia, but what if you were YouTubers?
That sounds entertaining.
If
That sounds like it'd be a fun thing to enjoy. Until then, what are we going to do? For like 2
Chat
hours?
for a little bit, play some Space Marine 2 if I want to. It all depends on my energy levels. I'm just... guys, I have not been sleeping well for like the past 2 nights.
You know
like,
what? That is
I
a
didn't
situation.
sleep. We went to bed at like 10. I didn't get to sleep till like about 2 a.m.
That is
What
fair
if
given you
they-
Okay, what the fuck is that noise?
Is that coming from me?
wait 1 minute,
Okay, the noise stopped.
it's me.
Okay.
What?
It's my laptop.
Is that you?
It's my laptop.
Oh, it's your laptop.
Is your
I'm like,
laptop
what
going
the
to
fuck? Why does
something?
it sound like that fucking
It's a fan.
Predator
you guys
noise.
you guys ever watch Monsters Incorporated? Like with the
Yeah.
intro with like that weird robot guy with the sideways hat and he's like trying to get the THX to work.
Yeah.
It sounds
Oh,
like a
okay.
horror movie version of the cow thing he's shaking.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
I heightened the sensitivity of the mic.
Do you need to appease the machine spirit that is in your laptop?
It's fine.
But yeah, right now we're just gonna be chilling. Oh, I totally forgot. I also have to take out the light strip on my fucking desk and throw it out. God damn it.
So 2 things, boss. The first is a question. Have you played the newest Operation yet?
Yeah, I did. I played it like 3 times. Little confusing on
Okay.
where to go. The final sprint shouldn't be like if you're leading us to a boss arena, it shouldn't be a final sprint through a goddamn swarm every goddamn time. Wait for us to get into the arena, please. And then
Yeah.
other than that, no, the mission's perfectly fine.
My second thing is I saw a really dumb post about D&D lately, but it very much reminded me of something to do with 40K, which is the joke of an orc diplomat whose entire job is the fact that orcs love war so much. So the orcs diplomat's job is to make you so angry at them that you want to wage war on them.
So a blood axe.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Like, please take this pamphlet about how orcs
What's
do not
the
have an
question?
internal. No. That the first question. The first thing was the question.
Oh, okay.
The second thing was just.
I thought it
like,
was 2 questions. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be like asking you to repeat yourself a few times because I'm. Oh, coffee.
No.
Give me.
It's
Hello, Bob. All hail, Bob.
All hail, Bob.
Y'all can see Bob. Hail the fucking king, baby. That is so calming. It should not be calming. Hail King Bob. Hail the fucking king, baby. But yeah,
stream.
raffle tonight,
Someone's-
so please, if you can, join the Discord, either through Twitch or the link on my TikTok for the link tree. My sock is covered in coffee. I just realized it. I hate my
Ew.
life.
Coffee sock. Boss,
Sorry.
I like your YouTube stream because someone in your stream mentioned, "Oh, you're not sleeping well, boss. Do we need to buy you a new bed?"
I already have to buy a new fucking bed. My fucking
No.
I have to buy a new fucking
No, we're
what's it
saying
called? Box spring. I gotta buy a new fucking bed
box spring.
frame.
Those
Oh.
No,
old
that's
people will buy it.
your throne.
Is this something I can provide?
Pulls out gun, puts it on the table.
Pulls out bigger gun.
I tip.
My brother, I am American. A SIG 22 is dinnerware. Is dinner silverware. Do not make me get the bigger guns.
I watched fucking Devil Artemis is Kermit versus Knight. And it's just like God damn it.
No, Devil Artemis.
He's prepared for
Devil
battle with a sword. The knight pulls out a Glock. The fuck? Were you not prepared for a duel of champions? I thought we were gonna use swords.
Devil Artemis is a godsend in the friggin' comedy community.
All I'm
Buffs.
thinking about right now is the Family Guy sketch where there's the two guys that are about a duel, and one is shaped like a circle and the other is square.
Oh yeah, they're
I'm
doing
giving
that
you
now.
one last chance to rescind your words, Kerr. Never. So a lot of people have been asking, like, so I want to go back to Bob here for a second. People have been asking, like, hey, what army does Bob play? What is Bob like? What is Bob like? Everything. I don't know. I haven't created lore for him. I just called him Bob because every adventure needs a Bob.
No, so you see, Bob plays the army of Bob. For the great Imperium of Bob.
Especially since Team Fortress pretty much went down the way of the dodo. What? No, what? They're still making stuff. Excuse you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're still alive.
They
just
hired
stopped-
Devil Artemis.
Yeah, they just stopped doing DBZ.
fuck. That's so funny. They hired Devil Artemis.
Who do you think's making Hiffle?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It never occurred to me the art styles was that similar. Holy shit.
Yeah, no. He's working on a project. He's working on Hiffle for Team 4-Star. Kaiser Neko and Lanny are also in Hiffle. Kaiser Neko plays he plays Zarbon and he plays Birder. And then Lanny plays Ranitz. And what more character, I think? Oh, he plays Gauze.
One of my favorite
the Blue Devil.
One of my favorite Devil Artemis skits is where Cell hires Master Chief to get Kermit back, and we get. Are you sure he knows what he's doing? And he slaps a sticky grenade on a warthog to do the stupid glitch.
Announcer, can acrylic paints be used for minis? Yes.
Yeah.
You can literally use Sharper Marquee on your mock. You can literally use Sharper Marquee.
You can use acrylic on just about anything. It's just a question of.
You can use Sharpies.
The Tyranids are not a old one or Catan bioweapon. They come from far outside our galaxy. They have no relation to anything from 40k outside of being present.
Technically speaking, each of the characters and factions in 40k are one different type of like sci-fi horror. The Tyranids are extraterrestrial horror, like xenomorphs and shit. You have
Everqueen. I only have craft paint. That works perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Your models might be a bit brighter than normal.
Just use whatever medium's comfortable to you. There's no need to be excessive to go out of your way like that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just do your best. Remember that mistakes can be painted over. At the end of the day, it's paint. It washes off in green stuff.
Technically speaking, you don't even have to paint them. They could just be the unpainted. The unpainted Legion.
I thought the old ones were universal, though. They are universal in our galaxy, not anyone else's.
That we know of.
Yeah, there's no evidence that they ever left, left our galaxy, so.
Yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, didn't they all die?
Yeah, the Korks killed them because they forgot to install a goddamn off switch.
Wait, hang on. I thought the Necrons killed all the old ones. I
Nope.
didn't think it was.
So what happened? So the events play out as such. Necrons meet Catan. Catan tricked them into turning them into living metal beings. Necrons and Catan start kicking the old ones' asses thanks to a mix of not staying dead when they're killed, and as well blackstone pylons and a lot of other blackstone stuff. The old ones create the Krorks. Krorks are just nearly impossible to kill. Or like they you can kill them, but like it's impossible to like get rid of them.
I like the
The Eldar-
explanation that orcs are basically if orcs could make space marines.
So then Krorks, along with the Eldar, along with the remaining old ones, basically managed to trick the Catan into infighting, and the Necron Silent King is able to shatter a bunch of all of the Catan shards. Well, all the Catan into shards, and then imprison them. And then the Necrons go away. The Eldar fuck off, do what they do best, and make an empire, and then go on to murder fucking gods of the galaxy. And then the old ones are like, okay, now we can finally start rebuilding your civilization. Why is there an angry mushroom on my planet? And proceeds to get their shit rocked.
Man, I did not think that's how they would go out.
Well,
Kill them
it's the
fucking
orcs say they
creation.
killed the Brain Boys, so
Okay, but counter argument: do we really trust an orc source about what
Yes.
happened?
I am
When it
always going to trust an orc to tell me the truth. Because they
Except
have
the Blood X.
except the black.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The Blood X.
the blacks are just sneaky. Being sneaky does not mean you're a liar instantly. It just means you're really good at sneaking around.
Okay, they're just sneaky about the truth.
But yeah, hello, welcome. Please join the Discord if you want to enter into the raffle to win Space Marine 2. I'm going to be saying this a lot tonight. Goddamn.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Well, you can also just pin it in the Twitch chat.
Kosek, why does it sound like you're dying?
Because my voice has been gone
Will, what were you
for
going to
like
say?
I was gonna say, remember to subscribe on YouTube because if you get to 10,000, you'd have to do a video on Malal.
Yes, as well. Get me a 10K on YouTube and I do a video on Malal. And I'm not talking like one of those basic, like one of the basic TikToks. No, it's a full-on deep dive video.
Which I'll deep. God, how much lore is there on Malal?
Well, I'll go to Lexicanum and see how much fucking Malal.
There's not much, if I remember correctly. There used to be a whole lot, but yeah.
Lexicanum. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful face. He came in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay First Edition, Ignorant Armies Anthology. Needs citation, so we don't need that one. So, official GW copyright and trademarks.
in 40k he's Malice.
Yep.
And there's like
And
not
there's
even a
only
full page.
only one piece of official art about him, and he looks like the Jabberwocky mixed with Sully from Monsters Incorporated.
The 11 Primarch is more relevant.
How dare you?
Listen.
Well, he was
That's not exactly inaccurate.
possibly he was mentioned in the Custodes Codex of 9th edition. Maybe.
He was mentioned in the Labyrinth short story and Heroes of the Space Marines, pages 225 to 251. Warhammer Community, The Burning of Ommat, last accessed was 2023. Cadia Stan's novel, Part 4, Chapter 2, Imperial Armor, Volume 13, War Machines of the Lost and the Damned. And by the way, this is like all of Malal, everything around this motherfucker. So that means like the Sons of Malice. And that kind of thing. Cathal. All that stuff. Including trying to figure out why the fuck has GW not brought this asshole back. The answer is
Because that's
legal problems.
and that's
Yeah.
sure is better.
Like,
I'm
why is
totally
GW
not
not running
biased.
back? Legal reasons.
How's boss doing tonight? I could be doing better. I'm a little grumpy because I spilled coffee all over my desk and I'm tired and I want to be in a good mood for all of you because like it's a very exciting night. It's Space Marine Goddamn 2 raffle night. Two of you lucky people will win a copy of Space Marine 2 for Steam. Thanks to the lovely and
yeah.
generous donation of one of our community members.
We gonna be Space Marine.
Happy joy.
Space
Yep.
Marine.
All you gotta do is join the Discord either through Twitch or my link tree on my TikTok profile. If you're going through TikTok, please copy the invite from the link tree into a different browser, not the TikTok browser, because sometimes it likes to be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. We're gonna have a gay old time. And sorry if I look really low energy, it's because I am. Has someone got a Nurgle plague you're talking to? Yeah, one of our members has. Instead of letting his voice rest, has decided to come on and talk in chat.
It's been like that for months.
Months, buddy.
Me?
I did.
I am
Oh,
sick.
I already
One
went
sec.
check.
I'll be right back. Oh my god. Ah.
I already went to get it checked. It's like side effects of COVID of after. It's the kind of thing that sticks. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's less. It is what it is. Bum, bitty, buddy, bitty, bum, bum.
How do we restore boss's energy? You
Clear
get
out his
7
throne.
Dragon Balls.
Now we need to lift our hands in the air.
Nope, you clear out his throne. That's how you restore his
You get
energy.
7 Dragon Balls. You gather them together. You summon Shenron. You wish for my energy back, and then you wish yourself like however much money you want.
No, because see, here's the problem. You need to go to Namek to get the ones that do it. Actually, no, wait, hang on. No, then they gave you 2 wishes now. I'm wrong.
Well, actually, in actual fuck! I hate my life. So it's the Team 4-star version said 2 wishes because in the actual Cell Game Saga, they do get 3 wishes off of Shenron. It's just that bringing everyone that Shenron killed, well, everyone Cell killed back to life, took a lot out of Shenron. So it was 2 wishes worth of energy. That's why they just dumbed it down to 2 in the abridged.
Okay, fair enough.
It was literally just simplification.
I mean, I always thought it was weird because, like, oh yeah, the Earth Dragon Balls give you 1 wish, the Namek Dragon Balls give you 2, and then another Namekian who's apparently
Hold on.
stronger.
I'm gonna say something. Eternal Clam, I appreciate you wanting to help me. I do. But if you have a magical wish-granting dragon, don't waste it on me. For fuck's sake. You went out of your way to get 7 magical balls made by a green man, and your first idea is, this guy could use 10 million subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Use it on yourself!
No. You guys are all thinking very, like, outside, like, not all thinking very creatively. Here's what you do. Your first genie wish is that you wish for a wallet that always has exactly the amount of money you need cash. Now you never have to worry about anything again, including the IRS, because there's never a suspicious amount of money.
What about the things I can't pay for in cash?
Well, that's what you have regular job for.
I
Guys,
sold my company.
for the love of God, just use the wishes on yourself, please.
No.
Nah.
Here's the thing.
You
I
go
have
out of your way to
one.
find a wish-granting dragon. Stop using it on me.
I have 3 wishes, boss.
Uh-uh.
Fulfilled all I need with my first wish.
I'm
I might as
gonna
well
sound greedy as fuck. I would use my 3 wishes for the stupidest things ever.
listen.
Yeah.
I used my first wish successfully to get everything I need in life. I might as well use my wish to make someone else's life better.
Well, guys, I'm gonna tell you something right now. That wish is not gonna work because in Dragon Ball, you cannot use the Dragon Balls to influence someone else's decision.
Damn.
It only
Money's for it.
so like if you say like 10 million, I want Announcer Games to have 10 million subscribers on YouTube. It's not gonna work because that's forcing people to do something against their will.
Now, you see, what you do instead is you wish for enough money to donate to Announcer of Games, to where even if he doesn't get that 10 million subscribers very soon, he has a reprieve anyway.
We're talking about Dragon Balls. No.
Or second option, you could wish that boss gets a lot more hype. and
Jimmy
fan
James,
base.
are you trying to get us all killed? I would wish
What?
to have the Warhammer universe come to life. No!
No, Bonk. Where's the
Stop!
hammer?
Baby
Back.
burning furnaces!
Orphan crushing machine.
What's a watcher? A watcher? Oh! You're talking about like the little guys in the Dark Angels.
Nobody knows.
No, we do know a little
Aliens.
bit. They're the original inhabitants of Caliban.
Arguably, some form of Xenos.
They are aliens. They were the original inhabitants of Caliban. I just said it. Like,
Huh.
I'm not talking about the people that colonized Caliban. I'm talking about the people that lived on Caliban before humanity showed up.
I'm an idiot. I meant arguably older than the old ones.
We actually don't know how old they are. But we do know
I said
we do know that they know all about the T'Chaka device. We know that they know about the Plague Heart. We know that they know about the Ouroboros. They know everything. And
Which they're
Let's-
older than the old ones.
like
They also might not exist in our space-time continuum, essentially.
yeah, they're really, really weird.
Wait.
Like even the
Does that mean
Even the Dark Angels don't know what to do with them because like they're just wandering around the fortress, and the Dark Angels are like, don't bug them.
You know
that
what,
mean-
guys? They're the keepers in the Citadel. Please do not disturb the
Literally.
keepers. They are just the keepers, but possibly slightly friendlier.
Why do they like the Why do they like the Dark Angels? It's not really a like. It's more on the lines of they like Lionel Johnson, or at least want to help him.
It'd be
They're
more
in the same
accurate to
place.
say. It'd be more
They're
accurate to say that they take care of of Caliban and whoever's on it.
they are like a true roommate?
And the Dark Angels have not pissed them off yet.
They clean his
They're-
sword. Wink. What if we?
They're,
Sorry, Will.
you say that they're sort of like I think they're possibly inspired by because they would have come out in the 90s. I think they're inspired by the I forgot what they're called. There's essentially the same sort of concept of like the keeper type thing in Planescape in D&D or in the
The Nodra?
no, there's a on the big massive city that's the center of the multiverse.
No
there's
clue.
yeah.
That's why I use the keepers from Mass Effect.
What if we wish power armor for boss he could use and wear? Okay, what kind of power armor?
Like what kind? That's a good question. What
Because
kind
like,
of
I love Space Marine power armor, but like I have to have surgery for that thing to work on me.
The best option for boss power armor wise would be something like Fallout, and even then, it's not even the best. Not even a great option. because at least he doesn't necessarily need surgery to wear that.
I'll
You
take
can get
Iron Man
sister
armor.
battle. You can get sister battle armor.
I'll just take Iron Man armor. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no.
No, you get Inquisitorial armor.
No, that's worse.
I think that also requires surgery.
All of it does.
Most
You need a
of
black
them do.
carapace.
40K requires surgery, confirmed.
Wishing for me to undergo Rubicon Primaris. Are you kidding me?
No,
that
do not
has
do
better.
that.
Boss has that has terrible odds of him surviving that.
Do I look like I have main character energy?
Listen, boss. I love
Yes.
you.
I'm
Great
the fa-
inspiration.
I'm
You
the
are
fat
not
best
built.
friend. I'm the fat best friend that dies and powers you up.
Like, I'm gonna be real, boss. You are not built different. You are built average, and I mean that in the nicest way.
No, I fully agree.
You're Joey Wheel.
Apexa, thanks for the follow. I asked a question in your TikTok today about whether the Primarchs could father children. We don't know. It's
Theoretically, yes, the Emperor probably wouldn't do anything halfway. He just probably wouldn't put the sex drive in there.
Well, we know that Fulgrim had wives.
And husbands.
He outlived them all.
Oh, someone wished for your throne to be empty again.
Yeah, everyone's been wishing it. I can't stop any of you. I literally can't. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna yell at you to not do it? Like, oh no. What, like, how am I gonna stop you?
Oh,
That only motivates us more.
hold on. I need to
Come
comment.
and stop me. Come to where I live and stop me.
I need to address something slightly. To the person in the YouTube chat who commented about Mjolnir armor from the Halo verse, a regular human put that on once, and it shattered every bone in his arm and killed him instantly. Because it moves too fast for a normal human to wear. So
Yeah.
no.
It broke
Boss
the
did not wear-
the Marine's arm, and then his own. I think the quote was his own pain-induced convulsions led to him breaking every other bone and killed him.
Died. So no.
I should have
Mjolnir
I mean,
armor should not
it'd be
worn.
interesting to hang up in my house.
Who are you, Kurt?
Like, to have like, a suit of armor, like, as a display, as a talking piece, that'd be cool. You could also push it on any criminal who broke in, and they would die.
just like using my power armor, I push it on the man who breaks into my house. They die instantly from the pure weight falling on them.
Half a ton.
Hey, boy.
again-
Hi, boss.
Again,
Hello.
who are you, Kurt? Because that's what he did with his Mjolnir armor.
No,
Push.
my favorite
Oh.
Pyramus.
Halo lore is that one of the members of Red Team, I think his name was Jerome, or it might have been Douglas, canonically beat a flood form to death with a chair.
That's Jerome.
Yes, Jerome. He beat a blood form to death with a chair, and this was not the first time he used the chair as a weapon either.
That sounds
To the new people coming in, if you join in the Discord through either the TikTok link tree or the Twitch chat, you can enter in to win a copy of Space Marine 2 for Steam. If you're using the link tree on the TikTok, please copy the invite link into a different browser and use that. The TikTok link can be a bit finicky. But yeah, you could potentially win a whole copy of Space Marine
Space
2.
Marines.
Hey, boss.
What's
I got a
up?
weird question for you.
What's up?
Have you played Cult of the Lamb?
I
Or-
played Call of the Lamb. I streamed it.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
never mind then.
Oh, I already pre-ordered SM2. But
Remember
thank you.
No,
What do you mean?
Cult of the Lamb.
What do you mean you already pre-ordered it? It's already out. What are you talking about?
Question, boss.
Hmm.
Is the Persona 5 video
No,
still happening?
No,
Is a Persona
Boss, I
5
love
video
it.
still happening? Fuck. That's... So, I've ran into a bit of a problem with doing Persona 5. One, no one warned me about the...
We tried to.
Are you on Twitch? I am on Twitch. That was like a really... that's a really sore spot for me, that kind of stuff. So that was not a good thing they introduced me to. Second, Persona 5, guys, is an 80-hour game.
Don't
I
worry
am
about that.
way too like I was thinking like, oh, it's like a 20 to 30 hour RPG. No problem. No, it's over 80 hours. I am too small to not be doing a video for about a month. I can't reasonably do that. So until I'm at a more comfortable place, like 50,000 subscribers, where like I won't be actively punished for not getting a video out in a month, I can't do Persona 5 right now, which sucks. And
understandable.
I brought it up before, but it was like in a smaller stream, so like, I know like I'll have to repeat myself a few times, but like, it does genuinely suck. But like that's the kind of cruel reality I live in right now.
Yes.
On a slightly unrelated note, someone in your chat posted that the Grave Mine in Halo is confirmed canon forklift certified.
Well, yeah.
God, how did we
It 8 people that know that are forklift certified, and it gains the knowledge and memories and the abilities to do those things. So yes, Gravemind is not only forklift certified, he's crane certified, he's digger certified, he's mining certified.
God, he also knows the OSHA handbook.
He's got the OSHA fucking handbook on standby. This man can build an entire city by himself.
Is he Mjolnir certified?
Yes! He's infected Spartans.
No, actually.
Yeah.
He has not consumed Spartan. We know this because no planets have been nuked.
No, one Spartan has been infected.
Yes.
Yep.
And it lived?
And it lived.
Yeah, UNSC has no idea where it is.
That is worrying.
The protocol for that is, and it's glassed the planet.
Yeah, it got away.
Yeah, it got onto a ship, and then the ship jumped.
Is this after we trapped the flood on the Ark and nuked it?
This was before.
Okay, so there's a good chance it's died off of starvation or being cut off.
We don't know.
The flood doesn't die of starvation.
And no, they do.
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah,
they do. They just go into hibernation most of the time.
The last thing we need is an enemy hive mind earning their OSHA certs. just imagining a grave mine going on stage and accepting its certificate.
No, could you imagine if the Tyranids got forklift certified? The 40k universe would be doomed.
There already ate plenty of people that were forklift certified.
Yes, but they don't theoretically. They do not yet. Actually, no. Do they gain their knowledge when they do that?
Hello. Here's the thing. You know how the Carnifex have like blade arms on the lower parts?
I kind of wish we lived in a timeline where Warcraft/StarCraft games were Warhammer licenses. I kind of wish we don't. I kind of wish we didn't. Because I look at Blizzard right now. Does it look like a healthy fucking company to you right now?
Wait, or are you saying that...
Or have we forgotten about the breast milk stealing?
Let's move on a moment. Are you saying that you want Warcraft? Are you saying that you want James Workshop to own StarCraft and Warcraft?
I'm saying no. This person's saying they wanted 40k to be StarCraft and Warcraft.
Yeah, no, I don't want them to be owned by Blizzard. I wouldn't mind if the Blizzard titles were owned by James and the Workshop, because at least then it might be not quite in the mess in.
Okay, I can see the point about Blizzard. Thank you. But yeah, so we're mostly just relaxing right now, waiting for my roommate to get home, so that way like we can play content warning.
Yeah, we're vibing. Oh, little cat.
So, what's going on with all of you, chat? Like, what's going on with all of y'all?
I'm getting over being sick, which was a fun time.
I got a new Warhammer army.
I'm
not really doing anything.
Whole time my phone.
Working. Aw, Brahmahausen, I'm sorry. Icendor and Coda did bring up a terrifying idea regarding the whole OSHA certified idea when it comes to gene stealers. They again insert contractor degree whenever they affect. Oh.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
God!
I think that it
Wait,
was good
wait.
that Gene Stealers could be OSHA
Uh,
certified.
Gene
Oh,
Stealers Gene Stealers
guys,
almost certainly are.
the High Fleet Hydra, the one that are building something, that is where they are.
like,
That's where they send the certifications.
They have the
like
problem that Gene Stealers are the Imperium's greatest productivity tool, because
they
a planet gets infected by Gene Stealers, becomes a Gene Stealer cult, and is still able to pay its Imperial tithe while also doing cult activity.
so there's two things about the Gene Stealer cults that I enjoy, which is the fact of like there's one option, which is the fact the Imperium's already cooked because of the fact that there are Gene Stealer cults outputting not units, battalions of guardsmen who are going off and doing the Gene Stealer thing and cooking the Imperium from the inside out, which is
So
terrifying. And then you have the other option, which is if a Hive fleet just dies before whatever reaches a Gene Stealer cult, they're just stuck there.
does the
At
Imperium
that
have
final-
OSHA? Does the Imperium have OSHA? It has the
No.
Mechanicus.
No, because OSHA will require workplace safety, and the Mechanicus does not care about its workers.
I could see like one like particularly
Counterpoint.
like officious like tech Magos who like goes mad about like workplace safety.
Well,
Like an
also-
insane degree.
I could
You have it
see
backward.
I could see one or two like Imperial backwater planets that it doesn't really give a shit about having an OSHA. As long as they pay their tithes, the Imperium's not really gonna give a shit what happens there.
Yeah, no. Listen,
No, I see.
listen. In the Imperium, as long as your tax records are accurate, I don't care what you do.
Well, no,
Yes.
it's so that's a misconception that like you pay your tax, the Imperium leaves you alone. No, you still have to follow the Imperium's rules, not just taxes. Like
you
if
still
you
have to
start
worship
if you
the Emperor.
if you start worshiping the Emperor in a different way, prepare to get fucking socked in the face.
Counter argument. If there's never a reason for an Inquisitor to visit your planet, there's less likelihood of that happening, which means pay your taxes on time.
Problem: an Inquisitor always has a reason to visit your planet.
But I'm saying
Okay.
don't give them another more than one reason, essentially.
Hollow, they'll make up any reason they want.
Yeah.
You
the
got
Imperium
Oh,
the Imperium operates entirely on the basis of I have the right to do this because I say so.
you guys got to remember that the Imperium is not a benevolent faction there for our
Yeah.
greater good. They are there to enforce their authority.
Remember so
There-
remember, thing is about any dictatorship, especially fascism, is that if the government doesn't control how something is done, it's a threat.
Yeah. The rights Mechanicus do before activating the machines are essentially activate its pseudo AI, right? I don't
not
remember
nice.
how it. I don't remember how it works. God, it's been. I have to refresh myself on Mechanicus lore.
The different
Um,
one depends.
Yes and no.
Boss, has Bob
Yeah.
been reading the Warhammer books on your shelf? Bob does what he wants.
The way you generally get the Inquisition to leave you alone is essentially
Die.
you are connected enough with other parts of the Imperium that it's more trouble than it's worth to go after you, and even then,
Like, guys, I need you to understand something here. They're giving Gullyman pushback.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Primarch of the Ultramarines, son of the Emperor. The Inquisition has gone out of its way to be an annoying ass sore for him.
Yeah. And he's tired.
And, like,
Yeah.
he eventually gets what he wants, but it's over, like, decades of him hemming and hawing at them. And
Yeah.
a not-so-subtle threat of, do it or else.
Fun fact. Power only magnifies who you are, and most of the people in the 40k universe suck.
I am on Twitch, Carl. I am on Twitch.
But like also it's that thing of like, yeah, you can do most things in 40k if you have like the military might to back it up. because everything is like so corrupt.
There's a saying among rogue traders. Every rogue trader has a
That's I think to follow.
God, what was it? It's the writ
The
of trade
contract.
and the ship to enforce it. Without the former, he is just a rogue, and without the latter, he is a fool.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, the Inquisition exists only to fuck over the Imperium because what if? That's the point. It's a criticism on overly police forces like. Guys, if your country has an Inquisition in it, it's not a good country. Just saying.
Listen. There's a reason why everyone like makes fun of the Spanish Inquisition and the Crusades.
But yeah, like you guys, I think this is a part of the problem is that like people hear like powerful Inquisitor and they're thinking like, oh, like they're physically powerful. No, they're so powerful, it's mind-boggling. Like an Inquisitor has the authority to kill a planet. And of course, people are gonna say like, "Oh, but like, there's only like they're only allowed to use it for like certain circumstances," and they can lie about that.
Yeah.
Also, I raise you, Cryptman exists. He's the only
Or
Inquisitor to be excommunicated, but he's still allowed to be an Inquisitor, basically, because, and I quote, "Who the fuck's gonna stop me?"
Or there's also the, oh hey, yeah, I thought there was a bed of heresy here that required exterminatus. Turns out I was wrong. Oops, my bad. And then just move on.
Oh,
Yeah.
So Frieden, the 500-year Krieg War before it rejoined the Imperium is evidence of someone gaining enough power to try separation. Correct? No. So
No.
Krieg's example is that the Lords of Krieg believed that the Imperium just wouldn't fucking bother them. So of course they set up all the dominoes for like this perfect coup d'etat to just remove the Imperium from their borders and then just like call it a day. Like the Imperium's not going to care if one planet's gone, and even if they do come back, we'll long be dead by the time they respond. So like it's not became a not our problem. It just turns out that
they were kind of right.
And like at the end of the day, like Krieg still gets nuked because of the fucking fanatical loyalists of the Imperium among them. And then like 500 years pass, the Imperium gave the crazy guy the ability to nuke his own planet.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
straight.
the Imperium, they were right. It's just the Imperium did care in a way, but the only thing they did say is, hey, go nuke yourselves.
Yeah, the Imperium was, if we can't have it, no one can. They gave him the codes for the nukes he was standing on, and told him finish it, and he did. And then 500 years later, they found out they were alive, and their first response was, "So how about those tides that you owe
So
us?" For the past
what can you do for me? They asked the people that have been at a civil war for 500 years.
What about those taxes?
The only funny thing about this story is the fact that Krieg gave them 15 regiments and said, and I quote, "Sorry, we couldn't do 30."
Yeah, you also have to remember that's sort of like the thing that people forget as well. Is like when we're saying taxes, in the cases of planets like Krieg, the tax is people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's a side.
You pay the taxes in money, products, or bodies. They don't care which.
Oh, Imperium really, as a government, really doesn't care about the money. It's what resources can you give us? If you don't have any resources, your resource is people.
Actually, no. If y'all want to know the power of one Inquisitor, one nameless Inquisitor, go look up the Celestial Lions. We don't even know the name of the single Inquisitor that caused all that to them. We don't even know who that was.
We don't even know if it's the same one that they were bitching at.
Yeah, that was just one Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Or if you want
like,
another, look up the months of shame.
When the series is telling you that Inquisitors are so disgustingly powerful, they're not saying like they're fucking Goku or like Superman. No, it's the power of authority. It is the mind-boggling power that one person's word is enough to be a death sentence for anyone. Out of not hard evidence, but word of suspicion.
Like
It's
Karamazov.
it's a combination of the pop culture versions of the CIA and the KGB.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
there's a quote from the Grey Knights Omnibus. One of the Inquisitors says that it perfectly encapsulates their thought process. Is your crimes are so severe that there is no possibility of innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Yeah, and there's another Inquisitor, Karamazov, who said, "Someone who doesn't give me what I want is guilty of wasting my time."
Oh yeah,
Or-
Karamazov is a crazy guy.
Or the classic one that gets ruled out a lot. Innocence proves nothing.
Nothing.
Which again, you are guilty of wasting my time.
Yeah.
Any excuse they can make to get like the heat off their back for failing.
And the only like check and balance they have against them is one, can they physically enact what they're doing, what they want to do, and two, is another Inquisitor going to step up and stop them?
Which is rarely, if ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Because yeah, like the Space Wolves can tell the Inquisition to go fuck off because they're the Space Wolves, and the Inquisition can't easily crush them. But the Inquisitor can still make things awkward for them.
Yeah, you all.
The only group that can really tell the Inquisition to go fuck off without any real consequences is the Custodes, and even they don't want to do it because there's too much hassle involved in that.
Oh,
there's also the
Drake,
Lord of
Drake,
Terra.
Drake the Cambioid, guilty of wasting my time. Absolutely wild. I want to learn about that story. There's no story there. It's just Inquisitor Karamazov. This lazy geriatric fuck sitting in a mobile walking chair basically shows up to planets with like a horde of crazy loyal cultists and other inquisitorial agents, and then like brings people forward to him and says, "Tell me where the heretics are." And they're like, "I don't know what you're talking about. Wasting my time." Melt in his face.
No,
That's literally it.
Flamer.
No, he's got a melt a
Flame.
gun. He's got a melt a gun.
Where are my
Okay.
sandpaper cigarettes?
That being said, it's actually really interesting because there are like multiple different like philosophical like tracts that Inquisitors have. They basically have like almost like political groups.
Yep.
Like within the Inquisition, and it's really fascinating how all those interact. But all of them are dicks.
Yeah, each and every one of them are fucking monsters. Like,
Yes, even the ones that
You're-
you like.
You're basically telling a person, hey, here's unlimited power. And we're not talking like unlimited power of what most people think about of, oh, I can go rob a bank and do anything I want. No, we're talking unlimited power in the literal sense. You can do anything you want with no repercussions.
how dare you? He is a shard of the Emperor. Fuck you. Do you guys play Starship Troopers Extermination as well? No, I do not.
I do.
You're good for you. I don't.
I know. It's fun.
I'm a
Especially because
base-
they brought back Casper Van Dien for Rico
Oh,
in
nice.
the game.
Oh, nice. Good for them. I just
Yeah.
never had the time. Like, guys, I want to play a lot of games at the same time. Like, I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Ancient Queen, thank you for the follow. The other closest thing to be able
You
to
are doing
content
your
is,
best, Alex.
and this is so devious, would be rogue traders. What's the Caldas Assassin do now? Because I have one. I'm retired, so I can get more.
Technically, yeah.
God, I'm never gonna be able to retire. I'm gonna be doing this till I'm like dead.
Calidus, they basically they shut down your ability to use command points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's their like sabotagey thing.
Cool, because
and they're-
I have a Calidus, and I really want to use her again because she's fun.
They were busted in competitive for a while.
Oh, I can tell.
Do you ever source
The agent's book actually has a really
It's
cool rule
fun.
for the assassins, which is if you're fielding them in an agent's force, annoyingly specifically, you can pay for the most expensive of the type of assassins, and then at the start of the game, you can swap it out for any of the other types.
Oh, that was back in like the last edition too.
Oh,
Yeah, which is
that's
just
fun.
sweet.
Rogue traders are always a worry. Not as much as Inquisitors are. Rogue traders still are scared of Inquisitors.
Rogue traders just want profit. That's it.
Yeah.
Also,
What would
Games
the
Workshop
Emperor?
should-
What would the Emperor do to the Inquisition if he returned? He'd slaughter them all. He would have them all killed. You got to remember that the Emperor, he would hate what the modern day Imperium has become. He does hate it.
Yeah.
He just can't do anything about it. He's
He
stuck.
stopped Malkador from using assassins during the heresy, even though the assassins probably would have eventually killed Horus.
Yeah. Fucking Malkador and his entire cabal were sitting in a dark room like, okay, well, the first assassin group failed. Well, prepare the other 15. And then Constantine, Valdor, and Dorn broke in. And it was just like...
Yeah.
It was just like, what the fuck is going on? Dad says to knock it off.
No, Dad literally turns up and goes, "We're not doing any more assassin books."
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing any more Assassin's books? Because this one was long and complicated.
Hey,
But it has the other 3 clades of assassins, and they're really cool, and I wish they were in 40k.
No. Now all you get is custody assassins.
They're so cool.
Oh,
Which
Why are they not a unit in the game? Because they should be.
because they fuck off on their own.
I know,
And
but
we don't talk about-
yes, so do all of the other assassins, and you can still play them in 40k.
we don't talk about the other assassin.
Oh, the
The
demon
weird
one?
one.
Yeah.
Well,
The
that one's
biomass one.
now that one's
I think
playable in Horus Heresy now, so that's fun.
Yeah, they got a model
Yeah,
as
all
well.
the assassins are in the Horus Heresy. They're all in the Horus Heresy now.
Yeah, but it also makes for a good demon host model.
Mm.
Oh no, the Demon Host is in the Legends now, I think.
Even the Custodians
I'm
side
gra-
against in one of those books, right? Yep.
I've currently got the was it the horrible Malstrain post amalgam thing coming as I'm going to use as a demon host because
The question
from Necromunda.
my brain's going right now, why did they stop the assassins? I don't remember why they wanted to stop.
Oh, because the Emperor is literally like, this is not honorable.
Big
Which
E!
is funny.
Your
Which is,
first
number
one
one,
is
that's
a spy.
ironic coming from the Emperor. Number two, what the fuck do the custodians give a shit about honor for?
Sits here staring at the Emperor of Mankind. What?
Yeah, Valdor doesn't break in. Valdor's there the entire time. He's with Malkador. He just isn't. He doesn't approve of it.
also,
Hello,
Valdor
Holocron.
wanted to kill the Primarchs when he heard the Primarch survived being yeeted in the warp. He wanted to kill them all.
I mean, that was their point of the custodians, though.
Yeah, it's interesting if in a literary sense when you read is it Nemesis?
Yeah, it's Nemesis.
Because basically the Emperor makes a set of arguments that it's like that it's like this is not how we will win this war, and then Horus makes basically the same argument, and I think they're trying to do that thing of like they're actually not that different in terms of their mentality.
No, they're really not that different.
Yeah.
It's
because Erebus is like I can get another demon assassin made out of a serial killer. That's like no problem. I can just just do that again.
That's a Tuesday for me.
Erebus is a
and
dick.
then Horus tells him to fuck off.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to say to Erebus.
Hey, speaking of which, announcer, since I've been watching you for like a month, dude, I started doing the audiobooks. I just finished Horus Rising. What was after Horus Rising? What was it?
It's
False
Galaxy
Gods.
Flame. What was it? Well, the
False
first
Gods.
3 books.
False Gods and Galaxy in Flames.
Yeah, it's Frost Gods, Galaxy and Flame, and then right now I'm on the Flight of Eisenstein.
Eisenstein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Flight of the Einstein, one of my favorites.
It's taken me a while to get used to it because the first 3 books were the tone was different, and this guy is more, I guess, Jonathan Swallows is more descriptive. So I'm still trying to get into like used to the way he talks because he's very descriptive. Versus the other one was done more like in conversation, which was easy to flow. The fourth one, it took me to like the third chapter to finally get the flow of it.
So what coffee is on offer, announcer? I spilled coffee all over my desk, so
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Oh, is that what you're doing? You're fixing up your shit?
Well, I
Has your new coffee maker arrived yet?
no.
Hey,
Again, what the fuck am I gonna do when that coffee maker gets here?
I don't know. Oh, you know what? Hey, do a TikTok about coffee because somebody did a TikTok Warhammer 40K about the coffee that the Imperium drinks.
Recaf.
Yes, do something like that.
It's just coffee.
No,
Yeah.
but it's more.
It's decaf.
No, it's different. It has a different name.
It's been blessed by the fucking the homicide. Come on, it comes
I
from
also-
the machine gods.
I also like how weed is legal in the Imperial.
Well, yeah, something's got to keep the people fucking placated. I'm curious. Does Gulliman know about the lion is awake or not? No, he does not. Two
Not
opposite
yet.
sides of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Can you explain the death of Conrad Kurz by the hand of the assassin? So we don't actually know if the assassin killed him or not. So what
no,
happened?
Ghost Hunter confirmed that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Are
Well,
we
the
sure?
Night Lord trilogy.
Yeah, because in the Night Lord's
Confirmed.
omnibus, there's a flashback with Sevatar, and he's talking about the lead up to the assassination when he calls all his sons in, and he says, "Hey, there's an assassin coming for me. I don't want you to do anything about it." Then the assassin walks in, kills him, and leaves.
I swear.
In the Night Lord omnibus.
Oh no,
So
he is dead.
Imperial.
Might be. He is dead. Okay, I just quickly looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. So yeah, as they said, essentially Conrad Kurz had already he'd given up. He's done. His legion is nothing but a bunch of murderous vagabonds that he wishes to kill himself, but he believes that he also believes that there is no one in the universe except for a literal biblical angel that can judge him. And he believes that if the Emperor sent an assassin against him, he was right in the end no matter what. So the assassin, he tells his sons, ignore the assassin that's coming here, whatever. And the assassin shows up, gets into his room, and he tells her this. Your presence does not surprise me, assassin. I have known of you ever since your craft entered the eastern fringes. Why did I not have you killed? Because your mission and act you were about to commit proves the truth of all I have ever said or done. I merely punish those who had wronged, just as your false emperor now seeks to punish me. Death is nothing compared to vindication. Yep.
Who said this?
Conrad.
He died to prove a point.
He died proving a worthless point. Because he was
Conrad's
fucking insane.
Conrad's the
He was
definition of
prideful. That's why he did it.
He's fatalist too.
You have to remember that Conrad was the kind of guy who never had what the other Primarchs had, i.e., a family to raise him or a healthy father figure or someone to help him. And B, he was constantly haunted by visions of the future that he could not comprehend because the amount he was slammed with literally drove the poor fucker insane.
And he was also never given any context for those visions either.
Yeah.
And I know it.
He saw.
Continue. I'll wait till you
And,
finish that topic.
Even Perturabo had his stepsister.
Even the traitor Primarchs had at least someone in their world who gave a shit about them. Even Angron had a father figure in that one gladiator. Conrad literally fell into Super Hell, the planet.
Kurz and Andron are
Super
tragic
prison
characters.
planet.
Yeah, that's their point. One is a creature of his own making. The other one is someone who never had a choice. anytime Angron had a choice, it was always stripped away from him. Every time Kurz had a choice, he always made the wrong decision.
There's an entire short story about it where he has the option to do the right thing, and he sees the future about that. And he sees the other option of that future.
Hold on, Hooligan. Oh, it's much worse than the Bardock one. Where, like, Bardock got, like, future sight with no context. Conrad got, like, 50 future sights with no context all at once.
And most of them were of gruesome deaths, usually his at the hands of his own brothers and father. No,
yeah,
actually,
the first time wasn't it? It was Sanguinius. The first time he met him, he shook his hand. It was basically, "I know how you're gonna die."
No.
The first words he ever said to him.
He shook Dorn's hand and immediately got a vision of Dorn's death. He did the same for the Emperor and Sanguinius.
That's funny. You shake someone's hand, it's like, I know how you're gonna die. What?
That is even more ironic.
Oh,
for Dorn.
unrelated note. Do you want to know my favorite Alfarius line?
What's up?
I am Alfarius.
It is-
This is a lie.
No, it is not that. It is, I can't trust Rogel Dorn. He never lies. How can I trust a man who has never lied?
What?
That book was amazing.
Well, you know, I understand that because somebody that doesn't lie, they can't lie for you. They have to say everything so that we're told the truth of what people talk about you, which can be a vice at times, you know.
I understand his logic of how can you trust a man who you've never seen lie? You don't know what his tells are for when he's finally lying to you. But
Yeah.
Rogel Dorn is incapable of lying.
You gotta
Like,
remember that for as smart as Alfarius and Omegon are, they're also really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That's the tragedy of the Primarchs. For all their godly qualities, they are painfully human in other ways. Most of them are goddamn fucking idiots.
Also remember, they're all reflections of some aspect of the Emperor, and Alfarius and Omegon are 100% reflections of the Emperor's ability to overplan.
Yep.
No, they're 100% a reflection of his paranoia.
No.
You can't even trust yourself in a literal way.
I am Alfarius, and I agree with that statement.
Like, well, even in Alfarius's book, its book is basically he's telling a story, and at the beginning of the story is don't believe anything I'm about to tell you.
Nope.
No, I love it.
What is even
It was
funnier?
in the same way. It is that everyone's record is different because everyone has their own truths. That's basically the opening of the record. And then his ending record is, then again, this is my record, and this is my truth. Like,
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing quite a bit because I don't remember the exact quote, but I really like that quote because it's the truth of, like, of course Alfarius would be lying. Of course you can't trust anything this man would say.
Here's the thing,
I think it was.
you got the other. Sorry. You know the scene where he meets the lion, but he's in disguise?
That's canon.
We have the lion's POV of that.
Which is so weird that that's the one thing we can confirm is canon because it's from the lion. Who, while the lion has lied, he's also kind of bad at it.
Which also, according to Alfarius, he was the first Primarch found, not
Farmed. The Emperor's farming Primarchs.
Well,
yo, I got the purple drop. I got the purple drop.
To be fair,
I got a mint condition shiny holographic Sanguinius. I'll trade it for your first edition Horus.
Oh no, is this the equivalent? Is the Horus Heresy the equivalent of dropping your limited edition holographic card on the floor and then the person accidentally scrunches their chair across that card?
No. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow Realm rules. You have to get rid of your most valuable card.
That's an anti-rule, sir.
First of all, it's I lost train of thought. Right, I remember now. One of my things that I do like about the Alfarius book that we don't necessarily have a confirm for, but I would believe it, is that Alfarius is the reason the blood games exist. Because he was gonna take a sniper shot at the Emperor, and then Malkador turned and looked at him.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here looking at this, and they're going, Eternal Clam says XP farming his sons. Oh my god, the Emperor has XP share turned on. It's noted how often Emps doesn't understand humans. Yeah, and the same goes for like most of the Primarchs. Like Gulliman understands people because he was actively raised in a family that hung around people.
Yep.
He Dorn was sheltered, like most of the Primarchs were sheltered.
Well,
Like-
also, Gilman's father told him, "Hey, go out amongst the people, interact with them."
Yeah. And
Like,
he did.
sure, son, you're 9 feet tall at 9 years old, but you're no different than them.
And
There's pretty good suspicion that Horus was basically actually raised by the Emperor because he was found so early.
yeah, like
Like in 90%.
we know for a fact, like in the Horus Rising book, I'm still sad about that book, by the way. He basically says that they basically say that Horus was on Chthoniya long enough to understand inflection and meaning of chthonic words.
Mhm.
But he wasn't there long enough for him to have like a deeper meaning of their culture and understanding of it.
Which, given how fast Primarchs can adapt, that's pretty short.
Yeah.
There's also there's the implication, I think, in the Black Books that he was basically sent to Chthoniya as a cover story. Like, essentially.
Dude, the original Horus Heresy first edition Black Books are wild.
Yeah.
Like they got so much fluff in them, and none of the new stuff contradicts it either.
Yeah. Well, it's all presented as like in-universe stuff, so it's basically like, yeah, this is all unreliable narrator. Like,
I really appreciate that, honestly.
yeah. Well, it's
I like unreliable narrators.
I think it was Oculus Superior made this point when he was on another thing. He's like,
Oh, you like unreliable narrative? You should love the Alfarius books.
well,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
I
he
do.
says. Like
It is
the Alpha
amazing.
Legion backstory and like Alfarius's backstory and stuff is basically the litmus test for people about whether you can actually deal with the way that 40k tells storytelling, because yet none of it is accurate.
Yep.
And that's the point. Or none of it is accurate, or all of it is.
Well,
It is really good.
welcome to Warhammer. Didn't
Mhm.
people of his planet say he had a fake accent? No, they never said that he had a fake accent, but he spoke.
On a load.
It was Loken. Loken basically described it in such a way like it's putting on a mask. Like he perfectly slips into the persona of a chthonic warrior. That's essentially how Loken describes it. So it's not the fact that he has like a fake accent. No, he has the accent down. It's just that if you aren't from Chthoniya and like you're not deeply entrenched within the culture, you're gonna notice something's wrong.
Yeah.
But he speaks so goddamn well that you forget about it.
Horus is probably the
He
closest
distracts
to
you with that good old Horus razzle dazzle.
He's probably the closest to what the Primarchs were supposed to be like basically raised on Terra, part of the Imperial Court, servants of the Emperor,
Like,
kind of thing.
AKA
military education.
Yeah.
AKA fucking white toast.
How dare
Yeah,
you?
definitely.
How dare you?
When I was reading the Horus Rising,
Hold on.
it definitely.
Hold on. I'll let you finish, Holocron, but I gotta say this. How dare you? They're not just white bread, they're Wonder Bread. Thank you very much.
The wonders of white bread.
Yeah, they're wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay, Holocron, please continue.
Yeah, I definitely am reading the Horus Rising after like listening to the audiobook and shit like that. I was like, yeah, dude, I definitely want to follow Horus, dude. The Luna Wolves are fucking badass. Like because I'm more of like a Smurf and fucking chapter that loves them, and then after listening to that book and then hearing all the stuff that Horus did and the Monavow and how the camaraderie and the brotherhood was, I was like, dude, these guys are badass.
Oh,
And then they were like the best of the best of the Space Marines and the way they did their tactics. It was like, this is crazy, this is good. And then going to the Descent, it was like, wow.
So I read the book to my wife. We're currently on False Gods right now. And my wife, as I was reading the book to her, she's like, "Oh my god, he's gaslighting them," and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, he is." And
Yep.
I'm like, where did you notice that he was gaslighting them? And she points out, like, during the Monerville meeting, he doesn't want to come off as the bad guy, so he has his unit, he has the Monerville act as his attack dogs. He is actively talking to them and lying to them and manipulating them into doing what he wants the entire time.
Because he has that masterful craft of charismatic and verbal judo, and that like I don't want you to do this, so I'm saying this for you to do this.
Exactly.
Does it so ethically and like it's so like convincing that it's your idea, but it's was his the whole time.
Like
Exactly.
He got charisma.
every Primarch got a piece of the Emperor. Horus got his force of personality. Because there are a number of people who just followed the Emperor off of his personality. He didn't have to force them.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Yeah,
sucks that we never
Horus
really get
got
to learn that
charisma.
personality.
Yeah.
Man,
It's not important. You don't care now. That's what matters.
Master of Mankind comes out. Everyone's like, "Yeah, we finally get to learn about the Emperor. The Emperor's on the cover. Master of Mankind. It's his book. It's a book about the fucking guy who gets possessed by Draknien and Lan."
What about the fuck?
The gaslighted you.
The
Right.
Fucking Len's- He's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, Horus isn't gaslighting you. Games Workshop is.
I
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They want you to buy more books.
Lan is such a funny character. He's a disgruntled scientist who hates everybody. I love him.
I can't see. I
Hey,
can't say who made the comment, but someone in your YouTube stream commented that Lionel is the most like the Emperor. Horus just got his personality. I
No.
think that Lionel is the Emperor as a general, sure, which is very much a kill it and move on.
Ironically, they've kind of moved away from that with the newer stuff. Like the lion is much more. The
Yeah,
lion is the lion is a dragon slayer.
Yeah, because he spent fucking 40,000 years fucking asleep.
No, but the whole point
10,000.
is the idea is he's always meant to be always meant to have been a dragon slayer. It's just that like the dragons he was slaying during the crusade were like civilizations.
Guys,
Mhm.
question.
What's up?
What do you think the second and the 11 got from the Emperor? What aspect of the Emperor would they have been?
What?
Oh god. He's asking what aspects the second and 11th Primarchs would have had of the Emperor.
We literally
don't
can't
know.
know, and I am not going to bother guessing.
Yeah, he's asking us to theorize essentially, which is that's a mess.
I wonder if Games Workshop is saving those faction or those chapters. Like if like Games Workshop's going like down the toilet and they need more money, if they would ever release those chapters.
Probably not.
Listen,
The
did you
writers
know that-
themselves said that they're never going to answer it because the answer will never be as fun as the mystery.
Which, to be fair, is probably also
Kind of no
also the why we're not going to get stuff about the actual emperor.
I can tell
Because
you when I can tell you exactly when you'll be able to tell when Games Workshop is going bankrupt when they revive Sanguinius. That's the sign James Workshop has gone bankrupt and desperate. When Sanguinius gets out of his tomb and starts walking around.
Is he like Jesus now?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he is
He
supposed
is
to be the
but
Jesus
Jesus.
allegory.
Yeah, no, he has a day called the Sanguine something or another. That's basically Christmas.
Sanguinella.
Sanguinella.
Yes, Jesus allegory
Which
of
is just
40K.
40k Christmas.
Hey, side note, quick question: what book is, or is there even a book, when Lucius gets his powers to become the immortal when he like fully goes into like
We
the dark
don't
side?
we don't have that book specifically. We have Lucius the book, but we don't have that event.
So
know
that we
what
just have the animation of him when he's doing that stuff on the Warhammer TV, right? Just that.
Well, we have his book, like I said.
Okay.
And that book is basically just him going and fucking with Dark Eldar for a little bit.
Well, his personality fits them, so.
Lucius the Faultless Blade. And it's got him doing a full on Beerus psychotic run at the camera. Tongue sticking out and
unrelated
everything.
Unrelated
They might
note.
get more.
One of my favorite videos I ever saw from a 40K content creator was like, what is the Primarch's favorite food? which is they got to Rogodorn, and it's Rogodorn with a handlebar mustache, because there is art of that, would enjoy a very delicious, well-cooked manwich, and only that. Other than that,
Perturabo eats a plate of bricks every morning.
no. Perturabo is having whatever Dorn's having, but slightly better. If Dorn's having a grilled cheese, Perturabo's having a grilled cheese with ham.
That's
It's whatever
worse.
Dorn's having, but better. Because that's his point.
Grilled cheese with bacon.
Yeah, exactly. It's whatever Dorn's having, but better.
What does Mortarion get?
Mold.
No. Blue
Just-
cheese, blue cheese, blue cheese.
No. There's a specific kind of cheese that has maggots in it, and then when you eat it, there's still maggots in it.
Really?
That's what Morty's eating. Whatever is the grossest thing you can think of, because that's what Morty would eat.
I was gonna say
Friggin'
surely Mortarion's got like the fermented fish that like you can eat in like Scandinavia.
Fugi fish,
The
essentially.
one that
What
like
the
everyone wants to throw up.
fuck?
Yeah.
Fugi fish with a side of durian. Isn't durian the
God.
smelly fruit?
Durian tastes
Yeah.
pretty good.
But it's the smelly fruit, like the one that
Whereas-
reeks.
Tastes great.
Whereas Jagati is like literally having a sandwich with whatever bird he shot the other day.
Jagatai Khan would be at the gas pump filling up his motorbike and would then just turn the pump to himself to drink it because they could probably process lead and gasoline.
Oh, Space Wolf can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I actually find it really fucking funny in Flight of the Eisenstein. Captain Garo is called into Mortarion's private quarters as like a celebration for his success on the bottle ship. And it's just like, what's this, my lord? It's the cups. Oh god. It is the most virulent poisons from their home planet of Barbarous distilled into a fucking goblet, and you're supposed to drink it.
Yep.
yeah.
I loved it. I just finished that like yesterday. That is so good.
It is the highest honor within the Death Guard. And as
You
they
know what it
drink
reminded me?
what was it described as again? Like it was like he felt his entire body like feel it was on fire or something.
Yes, it was like close to like being like a Frank Miller Dune. When he puts the hand into the Jesuit's like box, it was like that. He was describing it like that. Like everything about him was hurting and in pain.
It's
Frank Herbert's
the-
June, not Frank Miller's June. Frank Miller's June is way gonna be fucking way weirder.
One of my favorite
the man
examples
got
that
invited
he-
onto an episode of Death Guard Hot Ones.
Yeah,
My-
exactly. And then it's funny because
example-
Praetorian is just looking at him like, it's good, right?
It's good, right?
Oh,
No-
if you want weird from Dune, just remember, Duncan Idaho saved the galaxy with his magic dick.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Another one of my favorite bits was
Dude's
they got to Horace and they were like, B&J, he's having the most non-controversial meal for lunch every single day because you can't get mad at him. That's the point.
Announcer, what's
And
your
then they got to
opinion?
Alpha.
What's my opinion on the Star Child prophecy? It's the Dark King now, so my opinion is it's the
Yeah,
Dark King.
yeah.
Sorry.
Fun fact.
Yeah, they got to Alfarius, which was funny, which was just, oh yeah, Alfarius is stealing your lunch. That's
Yeah.
what he's having for your lunch. It's your lunch.
If the Emperor ever did die,
The entire.
what would the Yes, I know. Okay, we've been over that question already.
Then why are you
Moving
asking it?
past that part.
Well,
no,
ask
was
again.
gonna
I
ask,
wasn't
what
here.
would
I
the-
wasn't here.
Yeah.
Ask again.
What would the Custodes do? Would they kill themselves?
They
Piss
would,
and shit themselves.
Because
and then
that is like their
immediately
entire point of existence. Is to
sir.
serve the
They would
Emperor.
try to shut themselves into the
things.
deepest cage that they could.
die. They would do three things probably: piss and shit themselves immediately, and then probably instantly die to the Dark King.
My
Okay. Same topic. Let's move it over one department. What would the Inquisition do?
Probably
die.
die to the Dark King.
The same first step, that's for sure.
Are we sure the Blood Ravens aren't an Alpha Legion successor chapter? I mean, no.
They're confirmed Thousand Sons.
We had
quiet.
listen.
I'm not
There's
confirmed.
only one person that knows, and he's currently a dreadnought.
Yeah.
Mm.
Davian.
He's
Not
not
all.
telling anybody.
The secrets of
Fun
Crota shall
fact.
not pass my lips.
Yeah, and the only other person who has said anything about it with any degree of relevance, I guess would be the term, or authority, is a sorcerer for Zinch, so he's probably lying.
Yeah.
Um, the whole point is that the point is that you don't know. This is like the thing that I said this other day is like what would happen if this happens? What happens? Like no, the point is that it. The point is that it is left open ended, so that whatever answer you come up with is correct.
Actually, quick question: do we know where the original chapter for the Minotaur spawned from?
Iron Warriors.
They were a berserking.
Iron Warriors, they were confirmed by the author of the Battle War.
What?
They were what?
Where? Where were they confirmed that they're Iron Warriors?
It was in an interview.
Do you have the interview?
You have a quote from
No,
it?
I just stuck in my mind. Just gotta go over and check.
Because we don't just work off of like rumors as much as we can. Like I know like a lot of this is trying to work off of rumor in theory crafting.
Like-
it's just like
Like most of my, I'll tell you, like source, trust me, bro. I promise this is real, because I can't think of my source.
My
at the
uncle
time.
my uncle works at Nintendo.
No, I'm gonna get it.
here we are. I
John
found
Don-
it. I found it. On Lexicanum notes. Edwin Brown, a playtester for the Bad Dad War campaign. Thank you, Lair Soldier, for the subscribe. Bad Dad War campaign is the creator of the current incarnation of the Minotaurs chapter. He has also publicly stated that they are of Iron Warriors gene seed, with the indication of this in their lore being the chapter specialization in siege and attrition warfare, as well as their demeanor, while the Chimeric Minotaurs are a different chapter entirely. So the modern Minotaurs are based around the Iron Warriors, which actually makes sense because their chapter master is a paranoid fuck, much like Perturabo.
And also, possibly a custodian. Yeah.
Why are they so fucking tall? I don't get it. Like, it's
Dude.
Jesus Christ on a bike.
Dude, Perturabo was tall.
Yeah.
How
The
tall
Iron
was he?
Warriors,
Yeah. No.
mostly Iron Warriors, when described, are described
Yeah,
as
Perturabo-
being a little shorter than Primaris. Like, they're
Jesus.
Like, he's
huge.
tall.
They're tall boys.
So
Yeah,
then
Iron Warriors are
Primaris.
huge.
So wait, hold up. So about Primaris, Minotaur will be much taller. Jesus.
Yeah, they'd probably be Custodes height, honestly.
Theoretically,
No,
they often
I'm pretty-
Yeah, no.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
two shorter, but yeah, about.
the tallest Space Marines are still the Salamanders, but I think Minotaurs are the close second.
Mars 24th.
I think it's still
If you want my opinion on Space Sharks, I have a video on it on TikTok in the sub-chapters playlist.
Space sharks.
Did I just hear tax evasion?
No,
Where did that
that's
come from?
Tax evasion.
the Minotaurs, man. The
That's my fourth
Minotaurs.
favorite felony.
Tax evasion.
Yep.
What is number 3?
Thing is, that's the
Have to
thing.
find out.
That's the thing about it is it wasn't even tax evasion.
Can we establish something that's kind of terrifying?
What's up?
The chapter master of the Minotaurs, at the very least, was able to put out enough of a presence that a full know the Primarch could, and I know my boss, I think Trajan Valoris was his name at the time, I think it was, and I know Trajan could, but I don't know if I can, which I do not like, because that's terrifying, because he was able to put up enough force of that. And no, the scary thing is, the chapter master also thought this. He also thought, I can probably take that custodian in a one-on-one fight, because he never stopped walking until a High Lord of Terror told him to stop.
I think most chapter masters could be the custodian in a 1v1. The chapter masters.
Chapter masters are, like, built different, yeah. Custodians are made for the 1v1.
I love Trezzen got me into Necrons. How are they out? Now they're one of my favorite factions. Awesome. Mechanicus and Necrons, the first two factions I ever loved. Aw, that's great. My first
If you
faction
want-
was Orcs.
If you
Orcs,
like
orcs, orcs,
Necron,
orcs, 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 orcs.
if you like
Orcs,
Necron,
orcs,
you can
orcs,
read the
Clans.
Twice
orcs,
King's
orcs,
books.
orcs.
If you like
Hey, Chris.
Necron, you can read the Twice Dead King's books. If you haven't already, they're good.
Boss, specifically,
Oh.
I actually asked this, which clan
Also,
was it?
Which clan?
Infinite and the Divine.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Which orc clan?
Goff.
Fair.
I
Actually, what was your first Orc clan?
just
Was it
said
Goff?
Goff. Yeah, I just said Goff.
I thought that was your favorite, not your first.
No, my first and my favorite was Goff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad moons.
I actually, when I played Dawn of War, I'm like, why are these orcs red?
Let them be red because
Speaking
they're
of Dawn of
fast
War, that was my first introduction into Warhammer.
See.
Is it the evil sons that are blue, the lucky ones?
Nope. Evil Suns are red. Death Skulls are blue. Bad Moons are yellow.
Speed demons.
Death Skulls are brown
No,
and
aren't-
white.
Snake bites are white.
Speed demons?
No, Snake
Aren't there
Bites are
speed
brown.
creatures?
Honestly, most people our age, our first introduction to Warhammer was Dawn of War.
Yeah.
Well, my friend had it when I was in like high school and stuff like that. He showed me the Crimson Fist, and it was an old school book from like the 90s. I liked the art in it, and then I saw him have his cool miniatures, but I couldn't understand how to play it. And then he told me how much it cost. Like, yeah, I'm not getting into that.
Dawn of War was my first introduction to. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. In Dawn of War, my most hated mission was between a stone and an axe in Winter Assault. Fuck that mission.
Which one's
Got-
that?
what?
That's
There's
the
a
mission where like you have to
mission in
switch
the-
between the Imperial Guard and the Eldar.
Oh, fuck that.
There's
I
a
hate
mission.
that.
Why?
There's a mission in Dawn of War. Go ahead, boss.
I cheesed those missions so hard, but playing the Imperial Guard was nearly impossible to cheese. Like,
It's a mi-
fun fact: to cheese Chaos, Orcs, and Eldar, all you have to do is just bring an invisible unit up to the gate and just walk it through. You instantly win.
Because of that, I think I was mad when Soulstorm came out, and there was no campaign story. It was just that like, do whatever you want sandbox campaign.
Well,
there
you
was a
mean Dark
mission
Crusade?
in.
Yeah,
No,
Soulstorm, the last one of the first Dawn of
oh,
War.
Dark Crusade was the same way too. You know that, right?
Was it?
Yeah, Dark Crusade was the risk
Crusade
map.
was-
It was
In
fun
one
to
of the-
play, but I wanted a story too, though.
Well,
There's a
The
there's a
risk map-
cinematic in the Dawn
The
of
risk
War
map
game.
had more going on. The risk map had more going on in Dark Crusade. It was a more interactive campaign map.
so we actually do know the outcomes of all the games, thanks to
Yeah.
Dawn of War 3. Thank you, Dawn of War 3. Dawn of War 1 plays out like it normally does. Dawn of War Winter Assault, it's the Eldar that win.
Mhm.
It's the Eldar that
Yay,
win.
for once.
And
For once.
Gorguts actually kills Krull. Gorguts kills Krull, takes his head, and leaves. Then Dawn of War Dark Crusade comes, and the Blood Ravens win. They are confirmed to have fought against the Imperial Guard. They are confirmed to have destroyed the Necron Tomb World. They are confirmed to defeat the Word Bearers and the Eldar. We don't know if they beat the Orcs or if they beat the Tau. Those are the only two factions we don't know. But we do know that if you play the Chaos campaign, Erebus gets the skull of Lord Krull back from Gorguts, because he gains Khorne's favor by doing that. So there's that. Then Soulstorm, you'll never guess who fucking won Soulstorm.
Is it the Sisters of Battle?
Nope.
Good down.
Nope.
Guard.
The
Dark
Orcs.
Eldar.
The Orcs.
Chaos.
Gorguts wins.
Yay!
Gorguts
The
is
Orcs.
confirmed the winner of the Karava system.
Yeah.
Dawn of War 3 straight up confirms it as he says, yeah, I had a good old rockin' time in Karava crumping all those Blood Raven boys and Guardsy boys and Chaos boys. But then I got bored and left.
There's a cinematic in one of the Dawn of War games. I think it's Winter Assault, where a Chaos Space Marine is running away because in the previous mission you just kicked his teeth in, and he's running away, and you have some of your units from that mission chasing him. If you beat the mission with guardsmen, there's like 3 guard units chasing this Space Marine who is desperately sprinting away and cursing you, and it's so funny
I don't remember that.
because honestly, that Space Marine should be turning around and beating the shit out of them.
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
I remember. Hang on, I remember this.
My personal favorite one is the I think it's the custom animation. If you have the Bloodthirster fight the Avatar, and the Avatar wins, it knocks the axe out of the Bloodthirster's hand and then roundhouse kicks it. It's like
That's slick. I'm not gonna lie, that's slick.
It is. Dawn of War can get pretty fucking wild.
I love the one that you can play as a Terminator squad instead of a Hulk. That's an amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that was just called. Wasn't it called Hulk?
Deathwing.
Yep.
Deathwing, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me look at my Steam library. No, there was another one.
There's Space
No.
Hulk as well, which is a digitization of the Space Hulk board game.
I own it.
Yeah.
It is. And
Yeah.
I'm feeling the itch to play it again.
Dude, I was disappointed with Speed Freaks. I thought it would have been a little bit better. I thought it would more like Cross Out.
It's fun.
supposed
It's
to
a
be.
good start.
It's
It
supposed
only
to
had
be,
like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours of fun.
It's supposed to be Twisted Metal.
Yep.
It's
I'm
fun.
older
really.
now, dude. I'm 37 now. Like I need more content now.
Here's the
It's
thing.
so
I
fun.
saw the game, the Warhammer racing game or combat game where you're playing as an orc. I'm like,
Oh, be safe,
you could
Ember.
have done much better.
If enough people have Deathwing, that would be a fun community thing. You can only do like 3 people max in Deathwing.
4.
There's something called
Oh, yeah,
mod.
it is 4. It's 4.
Apparently you can mod it to add more people.
Yeah, I'm not risking mods.
No, I've played with 4 people.
Oh, okay,
Mods.
good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
I'm
now I'm
pretty
wanting
sure
now I'm
four.
wanting now I'm wanting a 40k skin for Among Us for some reason.
No,
Guys,
That would be cool.
no.
that would be a cool crossover.
Specifically, it needs to make you look like Erebus, so that way everyone can run around as Erebus, because the imposter would be Erebus.
Surely you'd just be the Calidus assassin.
Or
Also
Alphanius.
effective.
Yes, I was wrong. You're right. It was Deathwing Space Hulk.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Alpha Latino Library.
Buddy's
Oh, I got
getting
a
into-
free enhanced edition. That's
hold,
awesome.
hold on. A buddy is getting me into Horus Heresy, which of course means I'm looking into building an Iron Warriors force. And when I need to field a 9,000 warrior army to bring Perturabo with the Tormentor and full Iron Circle squad, my paintbrushes tremble. You don't need 9,000 points. Perturabo and his unit are only 1285. So that means you just need to make sure that your list is above 4,000 points to bring him. Because
Speaking of which, of that, is it about the same as regular 40k?
what do you mean?
Well, Horus Heresy and I guess 40k. Is it the same type
Horus
of gameplay or
Heresy
different?
is okay. No, so Horus Heresy starts in like 30k approximately.
I understand the timeline. I'm just talking about
he's
the
talking.
gameplay.
He's talking gameplay. So Horus Heresy and 40k share the same framework. Like they have a movement phase, a shooting phase, an assault phase, a fight phase. But the mechanics inside of it there are either slight variations or very different variations. Like melee combat. Melee combat is not treated the same in 40k as it is in Horus Heresy. 40k, it's you have a stat on your sheet. It says 2+ to hit. You roll a 2 to hit. That's it. Horus Heresy is you take your weapon skill and compare it to your opponent's weapon skill. If my weapon skill equals your weapon skill, we are hitting each other on 4s. If your weapon skill is better than my weapon skill, you're hitting me on 3s, I'm hitting you on 5s. Etc., etc.
Oh, it sounds like it's
Also,
closer to 4th edition, like the older games.
Yeah,
Also,
it is just 4th edition. With
Yeah,
minor-
Horus
Dude,
Heresy
I might pick
still-
that up because I love 4th edition.
Horus Heresy still uses blast templates too, which I really miss in 40k.
Yeah, for real,
So-
they got rid of damn, dude.
So Horus-
everybody. Will?
So Horus Heresy is a updated version of 7th edition 40k with I think with a whole bunch of like quality of life stuff in it
Yeah.
as well. And yeah, it's very similar to 4th edition because 3rd edition through 7th edition were essentially just the same rule set being refined over and over again.
Yeah, like you remember back in 7th edition how multiple units could have varying different named rules, but it all just came down to like This unit has Furious Charge. This unit has like fucking moves through cover, but it was like a different name.
Mm-hmm.
No more of that. It's just move through cover.
Fucking nice. I think that's what Trauma drew me away from like the newer shit because of that.
Well, they brought Universal Special Rules back in the newest edition.
Yeah.
Kind of like what the old world is to AOS.
We also
I mean,
they also changed dreadnoughts and walker units. So walker
Are they
units
better or worse?
better. So walker units do not have an armor value; they have a toughness value. So during your turn, they are treated as just really big infantry. So they have like the same movement stuff as like infantry and all that kind of stuff. But on your opponent's turn, they are treated like vehicles with a toughness stat.
I feel like that was how dreadnoughts were treated in 4th edition.
Nope. Dreadnoughts had an
They had
armor
armor
value.
value. Yeah. They had the same armor value all the way around, which was dumb.
I thought they had a weak part in the rear.
I think the Orc ones did, and the Space Marine ones did not.
Yeah, no. Boxy Dreadnoughts had 12, 12, 12.
Yep.
Dude, I need to pick that up then.
It's literally,
No.
I am going to defend. I'm going to defend Horus Heresy. It has the best value starter box I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yep.
350 CAD, by the way, because I'm Canadian, gets you a hardcover rulebook, gets you 62 models, a bunch of dice, reaction cards, so you know what the reactions are, because reactions are stratagems in this. 2-inch sticks, and 2 quick start guides. And templates and a scatter dice.
Sounds pretty cool. Does it come with 2 different armies or only 1 army?
The idea is that you split it down the middle and you have like one group be one legion, the other group be another.
But you can just make it one giant army.
Yep.
Okay. Well, okay. Does it come with different, I guess, Primax with it, or do you even get
No,
a Primax?
it comes with technically 2 Praetors, which are basically like chapter masters or company captains. 40 Marines. They're all bolters, by the way. If you want special weapons, you have to buy a special weapons box. A Land Raider Spartan, which is a Land Raider that is just like, we took your Land Raider and put another Land Raider in it. And
Cool.
a Contemptor Dreadnought and 10 Cataphracti Terminators.
Okay, boss question. So
Hello, Sarah.
there's a game that a guy just said on the chat, on the Twitch chat, called the Titanicus game from 40K. Was it any good?
I haven't
Adeptus
played it, so I don't
is
get an opinion on it.
It is dead.
Are you talking about Adeptus Titanicus?
It
Yes.
was fun, but it's dead.
I can tell you a little bit of what I know about it. Usually the people who play it get together once a month, rent out a warehouse, and use their more or less 2-scale Titan models to play it. And these are the size of small toddlers. Just look up images of it.
So you kind of play it by yourself as a normal like tactic game, per se.
Yeah.
One,
you can-
only one I know, which is Adeptus Titanicus, uses like 40K rule set with Titan minis, air quotes. I don't know about any other one. No, wait, Tacticus?
No, Adeptus Titanicus is a Adeptus
Dominus.
Titanicus. Adeptus Titanicus is a rule set that they released. It's for epic skill titans, which in 40k now are about in Warhammer now. It's all set during the Horus Heresy, and they're about the same. Right, the biggest titan is I think the size of a knight in 40k. Like they're fucking huge.
We're talking
models.
about the PC game, though. We're not talking about the.
Oh, the PC game, yeah,
Oh,
that
You're
exists.
talking about Tacticus?
Yeah, the name is Adeptus Titanicus Dominius. Apparently.
I have no clue. I don't know
My
anything about
cat
that.
is
All I know
purring.
is
My cat is purring. Hello, little
Yeah.
baby.
The little toe beans.
Hello, little
Show the
baby.
toe bean.
She is being very cute. Oh, I love you too, baby. Oh, hello.
The baby.
Yeah, look at her. Look at the little baby,
Oh,
everybody.
boss, they asked you about the creation of the Geller fields.
We don't
Okay,
know
what's
who
this
made
guy's
the
name?
Geller field.
I
We
want
know
to
It's
know.
ancient
technically-
technology that is all of its
You know
history is
what's
lost.
I don't want to know who made the Geller field. I want to know what happened to the poor fucks who used the warp travel the first time.
Oh, I know that.
They're dead.
'Cause that's recently that's very
Pain.
recently been revealed.
Oh, really?
Pain.
Mind sharing.
Really?
So, right. The two sources we have are talk about the Men of Gold and the Men of Stone.
Oh, those stories. Nice.
Oh dear.
So the Men of Gold created the Men of Stone and sent them, and the Men of because the Men of Gold could not cross the Great Ocean, so because there was monsters in the Great Ocean, and they sent the Men of Stone out to other islands, and the Men of Stone took with them and built Men of Iron to go out with them. This is all the lore that was introduced in around about third edition, because Alan Merritt, the head of the IP at the time, seemed to be trying to come up with like a mythic backstory for 40k to get it away from just being fantasy in space. So the idea is that the Men of Gold possibly created the Men of Stone and sent them out into the galaxy. The implication being they created beings who would not be affected by the warp to go out into the warp and to colonize first planets, and they presumably built Geller. Then the Men of Gold later built great ships of. They talk about it as being ships of stone to be able to go out into space as well. So presumably the Men of Gold, i.e., Dark Age of Technology humans, built Geller fields to protect them from the warp. Now, what group that exists now in Warhammer 40k might be regarded as Men of Stone, who have Men of Iron with them?
Leagues of Votan.
The squat's one of the ones I really wish to.
Wait a fucking minute.
Which also ties into like the kin of the Leagues of Votan's, like their own history is that they left the progenitor planet. They had the Ironkin with them the entire time, and that they were explorers and prospectors from the very start. These are like the first truths of their own like society.
Yeah, after you have your explorers, then you have your industry. Same with any type of space travel you can imagine. You get people out there to realize you can. Then you need the people to build the infrastructure to actually take care of it.
Yeah.
Men of Stone, do you mean? Rock and Stone?
Mm-hmm. Well, this is all stuff that was written in the whole, all the background for the Men of Stone and the Men of Gold and the Men of Iron was written in like between 1998 and I think 2004 is the last like mentioning of them, and that's when a guy called Alan Merritt was the head of IP for Workshop.
Okay, so I actually, when the first Space
I
Marine,
cleaned it off. It's cleaned off now, Cat. You can hang it on the top of the desk. Watch this,
when,
Cat. Watcha. There we go. Yeah, you can hang it up here with me. Yeah, cat spot. Cat spot.
Well, what about the
Spot.
what's the there's a there's like something I read about, like something that remained from Sanguinius apart from his weapons that some of them must be lost still. What's the black wings and then the gold wings? Something I read, like it confused me to hell and back. Hold up, let me see
I don't know.
where I sent that message.
Black wings and
So humans have dipped out of to the Tau as well. Yeah, plenty of people dipped out to the Tau. Like
yeah.
the
I'm
Tau
gonna be
offer
real.
you the Tau
I'm gonna
offer
be
you a fucking better life than the Imperium offers. Hell yeah, you could bet a lot of people are gonna choose that. And I
Yeah,
learned to their
granted,
horror that
let's
it's
be
just
fair
barely
here.
better.
Like
um,
the bulk of a better life from the Imperium is in hell, but it's still a better life.
I'm dropping a link in the Discord because I've got an interview from 2011 with James McDermott, who was no, not James McDermott, Morton
The
Harsard, who was the GW THQ kind of person for the game.
The
I found that
Silence King spoke Dante
who
while
are
wearing
the
the
gold
visage
angel and black
sanguinius
angel?
stands for. He wasn't wearing the visage of sanguinius. He was wearing he wasn't wearing the visage of sanguinius.
So,
Oh fuck.
That's what the gold angel is.
No, this person's getting Sanguinar mixed up.
Yeah, personally, for me, the Adeptus Mechanicus is what got me into 40k, and haven't even figured out how to field. I thought about fielding an army of tech priests, but I'm not sure that would work.
Ghost of Gaming, if you want to know why the Marines have the beaky helmets, ask Bob Naismith. He's on Twitter and still sculpting miniatures to this day. He probably will, and he made the first ones. It's just he decided they should have beak helmets.
A part of that
really like
actually
them.
to deflect. Well, and honestly, part of it's to deflect.
Hmm.
Isn't it supposed to be some weird something?
Well, so what it did basically, if someone was attacking your face with a spear, rather than just having a flat object that it could penetrate, it's got the roundedness or curves, depending on how the beat's done, that it can then literally slide up and over. And it may still get embedded, but it's not likely to cause lethal damage.
Yeah.
It looks like they were based off like the real like medieval helmets, like the clap visors, pick faces, and shit like that.
Yeah, he also straight up did an interview on the painting phase. He was on that, and he straight up said on that, yeah, I also was one of the guys who sculpted the two female space adventurers in power armor and miniatures, and yeah, those were intended to be female space marines. That's not like whether they were sold as them or not is like irrelevant. He's like, I was one of the guys that made them, and that's what we thought they were. So. He's like, but I don't know. I never had anything to do with the marketing. So,
Ooh, announcer.
1 sec.
Did everyone else go quiet, or just me?
No,
quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, it went quiet.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can answer it then, since he's busy. What was the name of that fucking that orc that was loved by Korn, and he like gave a planet to all these orcs?
Oh,
Sorry, I was just making a response to
Something
somebody
demon-
shutting them down completely. This person has been like harassing me on my YouTube on my female space marines can't exist video on YouTube, and I said he basically is trying to like one up me, saying like, how's the dislike ratio doing? And basically said it's hilarious he doesn't have a follow up for that one. I respond, it's amazing how you think you are worth the fucking salt of the earth. You got bent out of shape over plastic figurines, and instead of having fun, are trying to get a reaction out of me. You are such a sad, pathetic weirdo that your only joy now is trying to tear me down because you can't handle a woman being in a plastic army game. How's the dislike ratio? My likes are up on this video while you are a sad sack of excrement that refuses to go to therapy. Get a life.
Well, it doesn't give a fuck. It's already canon because look at the custodians. They already put the fucking video on Armor TV, so it's canon.
Jeez.
But this is why you also, as Americans, we know it is drilled into us from our very, very youth. We know you do not upset Canada.
Yeah, no. Listen. We learned what Canada did in both world wars.
Why do you
It's
think
the
we have
first
the Geneva checklist?
Oh.
My guy, the one that tried to like bump you down, boss, was like he got ratioed, bunked, decked, and he was sent to the Inquisition just to get his mind fucking blown apart.
Here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. This person is muted now. I've like completely nuked them from my channel, but I leave these responses for one reason. I'm living rent-free in their head. I now live rent-free in that fucker's head. He is now going to spend his time trying to respond to me, watching my shit, trying to get a reaction out of me. But guess what? He's muted. I won't see his shit anymore. He's giving me free views and a dislike. Dislikes don't do fuck all anymore on YouTube. They don't. So him disliking my video and getting his friends dislike my video doesn't do fuck all. It gives me engagement. These stupid fucking idiots. They hate rage and everything, but all they're doing is just giving me free views. And I don't and the only time I acknowledge them is to tell them how sad and fucking pathetic they are. Why? Guys, I need to remind everybody about something. This is plastic. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. It's plastic. It's fiction.
It's expensive plastic.
These people are getting bent out of shape over plastic figurines now being able to be declared women.
I'm gonna.
Does
I'm
it
gonna
does
call-
it does it
I'm gonna call-
change anything? Does it change anything about the game? No. Does it change anything about the fluff? No. It changes nothing. But these people are so
You know what?
fucking weird.
What's
They're
with
so
the fluff in 40K?
They're so
Here's
fucking.
my-
Can I finish?
Yes.
These people are so fucking weird that they feel like they have to tear others down to feel better about themselves. Do you understand what that is? That's grade school fucking mentality. That's how sad these weirdos are. Okay, what about now?
I was about to say,
Like,
you know, here's my.
what fluffiness there's in 40K apart from death, gore, getting turned into paste by a Tyranid, and then being turned like a monkey by the Elder.
That means you can't be a woman. Anyway, the other person's point is being I cannot see.
Here's my hot take. There should be no male Space Marines. All females.
Death by
Give
Stu.
me, yeah, give me muscle mommy.
Listen. I'm gonna cause a bit of controversy. You're getting upset about how people play with their dolls. That's kind of
Yeah.
pathetic.
Exactly. You're getting upset over plastic.
Like these are plastic. Those are the same people
Well,
who in, like,
regardless of all that,
people said
the
they're not
game.
people, they're figures.
I bet. Go ahead and
Go
repeat because
ahead.
I cut you off. Go ahead.
Those are the people who get upset about females Space Marines in 40K are the same people who in grade school went, "Mom, they're not dolls, they're action figures."
Now they're dolls.
Yeah, they're dolls. They're dolls. But what I was gonna say in conjunction, the game itself encouraged you to make your own faction. So there's a possibility that you could just make your fucking Space Marines female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theoretically, could
The
I
game
run?
itself encourages.
Theoretically, could I run an entire squad or two of Tech Marines?
Well,
Rules
It'd be
wise,
cool, but I don't know.
rules wise, no. Lore wise, yes. You can literally say that like
Okay.
your entire chapter trains to be Tech Marines.
Okay, that
It's
sounds
just
good. I
like-
was just curious.
It's just that like you can only. It's just that like your Marines will have like more of a. Your tactical Marines won't be able to repair vehicles, but like you could flavor your chapter to be that way.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
brain just short circuited. Lost my train of thought. Fuck, where'd it go?
Is that a
Here.
train wreck I see in the distance with like a thought bubble and it's on fire?
There is.
Probably the
There
one.
was
A
one thing.
house in
That's-
New Orleans.
I mean,
that
it's possible for Magador and
Doesn't-
Coffer together and made female Space Marines. Guys, it's literally Horus Heresy has a way for you to make female Space Marines if you want to.
I just remembered something. One of my favorite bits of lore is when Malkador tells Rogor Dorn he should have. I told the Emperor to make you all girls. You would have been.
No,
you
he
would
said
have
made
fought
you
less.
some sisters. Made some of you sisters.
Yeah, you would have fought less. He laughed and thought I was joking. I was
Wasn't.
not.
I
Twitch.
don't know.
I
I don't
Wait, so
know.
hold the phone.
See,
Hold the phone. Who
I
did-
don't know. I don't know about that. Perturabo probably would have wanted to fuck them.
All right, so I
No, no,
did
no,
Brothers fighting brothers earlier.
Wait, hold the phone.
Here's the
Who
thing.
would be the females? That's the question.
Not important right now. Here's the thing. I need to get this out. I enjoy the fact that Games Workshop had a character say, "Girls fight less," and then the other person laughed and said, "You really think that? I've been alive for many thousands of years. I can tell you which wars were started by women."
And they like to play the games behind the scenes too, so they might be
Also,
placing brother against brother, you know?
So,
y'all hear-
is there a way that you could use, say, for instance, let's say Arch and Magus Belisarius Call is one of my absolute favorite characters right now.
Latara
And
would
so-
absolutely have issues being called less violent. Exactly.
Yeah,
But
Bali
what
is
I'm
aware of
saying
that.
is if
I
you
don't
could
know if
actually
y'all
pair and have like a Necron, like Trays in the Infinite in reserve is an alliance or agreement or pact that they have made with Call.
I also speaking of female Space Marines, the people who say, "Oh, hey, no, women can't be Space Marines," have obviously never met a female U.S. Marine, because the lionesses are fucking terrifying.
They will eat
Um,
you alive.
I'm gonna put the kibosh on this argument because at the end of the fucking day, it is plastic, fictional toy soldiers. Who cares?
Go touch grass.
If
go
your
worry
if
about
your
things
entire
more important.
modus operandi is telling someone to go off themselves because how dare you say that your space marine has boobs? Fucking go rethink your life.
Yeah, true. Announcer. They most likely they're incels and they never been with a woman. That's the only thing I can explain.
I mean, the guy had a Halo
Or they
profile
never touch
picture,
grass.
so I'm sorry. Shots fired.
Or they never.
He's
or
not gonna
they-
like the new stuff because it's like majority like the dev team is like females for the new Halo coming out.
Ooh, they're not happy about that one.
Yeah, they're
Who
not gonna
cares?
be
Apparently,
happy.
those incel idiots. Yeah, and guess
So,
what? No one
who
cares
here
about those incels. So moving on.
who was asking about allying
Like if I
Trazen
wanted to,
with-
if I wanted to do Belisarius Call leading a group of Skitarii,
Uh,
could I have
Yeah.
Trazen the Infinite as an ally?
no.
No.
Gameplay wise, actual rules wise, gameplay, you cannot bring Trazen the Infinite inside a Mechanicus army. If you're doing a fun narrative thing,
Sure.
yes.
Yeah, sure.
Wow,
Or like-
Go for it.
that totally seems like it would fit though.
or like if you want to be
Yeah,
slightly, if you want to be slightly overcomplicated, like say your opponent is using like a 2,000 point army, you could bring a legal 1,500 point Mechanicus army and 500 points of Necrons, and you're technically fielding two armies against one. That is
You could,
like
you could frame it theoretically as.
it's just very
you
expensive. It's just very complicated to do.
You could theoretically frame it as like, oh, Trajan's pulling out. He captured some Mechanicus, and he's pulling them out of his back pocket to throw like a Pokeball because oh shit.
Yeah.
He does that a lot.
That or maybe do some house rule like, oh, if you're gonna take that and add that as an ally unit to your faction, take like a 200 point hit or something.
So, and this is something else that I need to point out to all of you. 40K, there are two ways to play. Open play and matched play. Open play, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
It is literally whatever missions, whatever rules from previous editions, do whatever the fuck you want. Just make sure you and your opponent agree to it. Because that's polite.
And those are the funnest. Unless you attorneys, those are like stress.
Rule number 5 of Privateer Press, who does the War Machine games.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, they wait, really?
Yeah, they don't do it anymore. It's a different company that bought it from them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, one time, rule number 5 was the game should always be fun.
The game should always be fun. So, like,
Yeah.
guys, I have Chapter to Prove 2018. It has a bunch of special rules within it that you can give your characters. You could totally use that book in a 10th edition game, and it would still apply.
Like
It-
I literally have 3 models that I'm converting on my desk at the moment to be Titus, Chiron, and Gadriel, and we're gonna run them against an army, like me and my buddy.
Yeah. Like, matched, like, when I'm talking about, like, playing actual games of 40K, unless I'm talking about, like, competitive play itself, always assume that I'm talking about open play and fun.
Mhm.
Like, that's the point here. Like, people were like, well, why can't I use my 3D printed models in competitive? Because you can't. Well, I can't use my 3D printed models at all? That's not what I said. I said you can't use them in competitive. I never said fuck all about fun. So, like,
Now, why not in competitive if you are following the WYSIWYG rules? Why not for competitive? Just because it is not an official GW product? Or...
it's... I made videos explaining it already. It's...
Oh, if you did, then I'll make sure I pull it up. I just need to scroll back a little further.
It's... The quick answers are, one, you have to... One, information by glance. You have to be able to tell what the fuck you're looking at by a glance. Two, you can cheat with 3D printing your models. So the idea is that GW and most major tournaments are trying to do like a 70-30 split. Like 70% of your model has to be official GW, but 30% can be customized. Some tournaments are experimenting with 40, 50, and even 60. And again, it's mostly just TOs not wanting to deal with the headache of someone accusing someone else of cheating.
Yeah.
No, I can understand that.
And yes,
Wow.
there is the part of it where GW's like, yeah, if it's our official tournaments, we want it to be like our official models being used, because like we also use these events as promotion, which fair. They're a company, they got to make money.
Yeah, they've been doing a
Money,
few.
money.
They've been doing a few things out where I live. I live near Roanoke, Virginia, where Star City Games is, and Star City Games, known for Magic, is starting to pull in some of the tabletop crowd too.
Any obvious Tea Party invites? What?
English.
I don't know. What's your opinion on Marines Malevolent? Fuck them. I don't like talking about them. They're boring.
Yeah.
They're extremely boring. Oh my god, their entire lore is that everyone hates them. Get in line.
The Lamenters, where they think everyone hates them.
I don't even like talking about the Lamenters. I find them boring too. I did a video for them because everybody wouldn't stop asking me.
Well, to be honest, a lot of the armies, unless you build your own fluff into it, are kind of tropey. I mean, Space Wolves, Vikings in space. That's done right there.
My entire lore is that everyone hates me. Well, that's not true. I don't know you, so I can't form a proper opinion on you. So there you go. I don't hate you, mostly because I don't know who you are, and it's not fair to judge you before I even talk to you. Do you ever stream a tabletop match? I do want to stream tabletop matches. It's just that like, you're playing like 3 to 4 hours on a stream, and it's either over Tabletop Simulator, or you have to have like this whole massive setup in like a studio.
To be honest, I can get away with it if you ever want the parts list that I have. I actually can get away with it with a table, 2 cameras, and it can even be webcams, and a couple of microphones.
Surby Seika, thanks for the sub. We were discussing which 40k character should be invited to a tea party. I don't want to invite any of them.
Magnus.
Not even Vulcan?
Magnus's sheer psychic presence would make my brain explode. Also, oh no, are you on Twitch? I am. I'm also on YouTube. I'm only in it for the paint and dioramas for now, but I may print an army to go play. Nice. I would invite Malkador. I don't want to leave that room a slave. I'm sorry.
And I guess actually that was something I missed, and if it was in the video, I will go back and watch it. But since he was a perpetual, when he came off and dusted off the Golden Throne,
Malkador wasn't a perpetual. He was just a very gifted psyker that prolonged his life.
Yep.
Oh, I did not realize that. I thought he was a perpetual.
Nope.
My apologies.
He is verily advancedly aged. It's just like he's using his psychic powers to make sure that his body can still move.
Yeah,
I was about to say if I can spoiler a movie, I would say what that's a comparison to, but
he was a very strong biomancer.
Brave.
Do we have like confirmation that his like final clone like actually was like not activated when he died?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a fun plot point.
All we know is that his body turned to dust and he died.
Uh-huh.
The only other person that would sit in the Golden Throne and live is Magnus. Yep.
do you really think Magnus would survive it?
Do I think Magnus would survive it? I think he would, but he'd be in extreme amounts of pain. It was not a comfortable experience for the Emperor to be on the throne.
It's still not.
I bet the language being used, the ones that they talk about not knowing how to read, I bet it is Eununcia.
But yeah, like, how do I talk about this? Yeah, no. So when you're playing Warhammer 40k, unless you're going to tournaments, just assume you're playing for fun.
Yeah.
Like if you care about tournament play, you care about tournament play. If you don't, then why do you care? Oh no, I can't use my 3D printed models in tournament play. You weren't gonna play anyway. You said so yourself. Like, okay. I mean, if you don't like competitive play, you don't like competitive play. That's perfectly fine too. 40k competitive can get really, really salty.
Yeah, I prefer narrative play.
Exactly. How come Conrad Kurz had such a cool vibe and gimmicks, but was an absolute weakest of all time? He was not weak. He just preferred going after the people weaker than him. Like, guys,
He just love vibe checking people.
vibe checking people off the side of a building. Maybe Eldred could sit on the Golden Throne, but the Eldar are basically a beacon for Slanesh. No.
Not the Golden Throne. It's the Golden Toilet.
I don't. I could tell I'm getting tired, son of a bitch.
I honestly feel you on that. I'm gonna hop off of here. It was great chatting with everybody again. I've been really enjoying this.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it's a great community we have here. Thank you, boss, for doing it.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, boss, but you brought it yourself when you said it that stream.
What?
About the Golden Toilet.
If the Emperor struggles on the throne, then what if a
Nice
Chaos
meeting you
God?
guys.
What if a Eldritch being made of pure warp energy sat on the thing that takes up warp energy? I wonder if you have an infinite battery situation.
Yes, the battery sits in the battery.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but isn't Chaos that strongest faction because they are always reborn? They're not constant. What?
What?
What? They're not the strongest
The
faction because they're...
demons?
What? They're not reborn. They don't die. Demons of the Warp
were
don't
never-
die.
They were
Yeah.
never born.
They're the Neverborn. They were created, and they are literal energy. You cannot destroy energy. They are immortal beings that will never die. They're not the strongest faction because like they are reborn. They're potentially one of the strongest factions because they can't die and they will never leave. They get reconstituted. Could Farsight sit on the Golden Throne? He's not a Psyker, so no. Well, he could sit on it and then immediately die. Guys, the Golden Throne is a giant fucking thing that took the shape of a seat. And it literally, you hook yourself up to it, and it kills you. Right now in 40k, the thing is hooked up as a life support system, a way to keep the Webway portal closed, and to keep the Astronomicon beacon lit by the sheer willpower of a fuck-up.
Yeah, and
Thank you, Magnus.
it was never meant to do all three things at once either.
There's a reason it has life support capability. Yeah, it literally shifted to do that. It is a machine that not even the Emperor understood.
Because he didn't build it.
He found it.
And like the
Magnus,
gremlin he is, said, I could use this.
Yeah.
How do I use this to
that's-
fuck up my children's lives?
That's the other one people occasionally start to notice when you go through like a lot of the heresy stuff is like, oh yes, the Emperor did this thing, and it actually turns out the Emperor either found that thing and said he did it, or the Emperor had a team of people do it and then said that he did it.
What? Blueberry, what? Isn't he an Eldar? No?
What?
Who are you talking about? Farsight? What?
No.
My brain is so fucked right now.
See the confusion? You're thinking of far seers, not far sight. Two different things.
Could a Farseer sit on the throne? Yes, but they would die instantly. Like, guys, this is the problem with 40k. If you don't know like specifics because you didn't read the Horus Heresy, it's frustrating. Sorry, so Chaos always come back, so how can they win? That's the thing. You never can beat them. The best you
one
can
can
do
win.
is live the life you want to live. And ignore them. But guess what? Chaos is a rather insidious little bitch. and will usually worm its way into your life somehow.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I guess.
Emperor sees gold play a chair.
guess.
Emperor, how's this ruin my future test tube children's lives if I take it? Yeah, it's too pretty to not take it. Twitch is lagging.
You just have to dump your dump truck of an ass into the seat and do it. I'm too drunk for this. It's Friday
All I'm
morning.
thinking about now is that meme of the guy riding a bicycle and he puts a stick in the front spoke and he just falls over.
Why would a farseer die? Guys, the Golden Throne is literally draining the life out of you.
Yeah.
Why do you think they gotta like
It's-
fucking sacrifice millions of
Well,
psychers?
okay, that's wrong. It's not draining the life out of you. It's pumping energy through you. Pure warp energy. And your body, unless it's the unless it's like Magnus's or the Emperor, who are so mastered in the ways of psychic abilities that they can, like, just transfer it all over their enormous fucking body and control it, you're going... It's like getting literal electricity shot through your body. Is like the best way I can compare it. Imagine just sitting there and you have, like, constant stream of electricity constantly running through you at such fast levels that you turn to dust. Yes, Eldar Farseers are pretty powerful, but you know who else was pretty powerful? Malkador. Malkador was the third strongest psyker in humanity, and he turned to dust only in a couple of hours. It's
Honestly,
there's like the Emperor is not a regular human being. He is a creature of unknown proportions that is so powerful that we cannot comprehend it.
Also, at this point, he's probably just an insane corpse.
Exactly. And the only reason the Emperor is able to do that, the only reason he's able to sit on the throne, is because he is that powerful. Anyone else who tried died. Anyone else who willingly sat their plump little cheeks on that throne died.
And he's literally consuming 1,000 psychers a day.
So that way he doesn't die.
10,000.
So the shaman thing is a retcon? No, it's the full canon. A bunch of shamans sacrificed themselves and reincarnated themselves into one body. Which the Emperor, we know, was born to two mortal parents. We know that much.
Yeah.
But, like, he was born in a specific spot, and all those souls went into him, and he became more than a man that day.
If they do decide to ever retcon anything about the Emperor, it probably will be the shaman origin, because that's deeply problematic at this point, but also a product of its time. And if they ever retcon it, what they'll do is they'll invent 30 other versions of his origin story.
Nick B,
true.
there is one Primarch that can handle it. Magnus the Red. He was literally offered it. But he told the Emperor to fuck off.
yeah.
Like any sane person should do.
Is the Emperor going to become a Chaos God? Yes, if he dies.
When he dies, you mean?
When he dies.
Yeah. Because we know the Golden Throne,
Hello, Ralphie.
it's failing. It's crashing down.
Like, I fully understand, like, I'm gonna have to keep answering these questions. It's just like...
It's also important to remember he is never going to die in...
Ralphie, I do not discuss AOS at all. I'm not into AOS. I apologize. I tried getting into it, but the people that tried to get me into it proceeded to absolutely destroy my asshole. So, like...
Jesus Christ. Lube or no lube?
Well, like, there's a way of getting people into a game. Dropping Nagash and a Star Dragon on me and games trying to teach me how to play the fucking game.
Oh, you got Nagashed?
Why?
I got
The power of Nagash?
because the people trying to teach me were fucking assholes.
Dickheads. You should not Nagash someone on their first game.
Oh, it wasn't just Nagash against the undead. It was Nagash and Arkan.
Oh. God, you
I
have
got
bitch
Nagash and his pretty bitch boy. And then the second one was fucking Stormcast Eternal Star Dragon dropping a meteor on me.
Why?
Because again, the people that were trying to teach me were fucking assholes.
We have a starter game mode now.
Hi,
It's Combat
Princess.
Patrol, but it's good.
The other thing about
Yeah,
the Golden
Combat-
Throne is that the throne was something he was still trying to understand it. Yep. Thank you for the content. It's been so helpful getting into Warhammer. You're welcome, Karaka. Man, unwritten rules of teaching anyone anything new is being chill and go easy to have fun. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to give me a bit of a challenge, that's fine. It teaches me how to come back from behind. But dropping super units on me when all I have is 2 Chaos Warrior units, a cavalry unit, a sorcerer named Greg, and a guy on a fucking chariot pulled by a pig.
You still have
Maybe that's like the okay to do like the second game after you play the regular game. But damn,
Okay.
that sucks, man.
Bringing Arcana is okay.
By the way, is rumors that
Bringing the
TikTok
chaos
has you
is
pay to
good.
stream on TikTok true? No. I don't have to pay shit. What? That's ass backwards. Who told you that?
But yeah.
You can't be like, you don't have 5k points of Chaos Knight. Sounds like a skill issue. I tried getting AOS. I gave it a fair shake. That experience ruined it for me forever. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
What about Blood Bowl?
Blood Bowl? Oh, I love Blood Bowl.
Blood Bowl's great.
The video
It's
game
great.
is fun.
Again, orcs, Nurgle, and lizard people. Let's go.
Fair.
But
Lizards.
A friend of mine was upset because she supposedly had to pay to stream. I think your friend is lying to you. You
Yeah.
can pay to boost your content, which is stupid, but you don't have to pay to stream. You just need to reach a certain marker. Like you have to reach a certain follow count. Do I play the RPG of Warhammer 40k? I played the Fantasy Flight games. We actually talked about playing. We actually talked about like Wrath and Glory just earlier today, and I do own and have played the Rogue Trader game.
I haven't played the Rogue
Spicy
Trader one. I
pirate.
really want to though.
My wife plays it. She likes it. She's pretty good.
The video game one is actually a decent adaptation of it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
it looks a lot like Baldur's Gate 3, but it looks pretty good.
It's made by the same
I'm
people
a-
that made Kingmaker and what the fuck is that other Pathfinder game?
Wrath of Righteous.
Wrath of Righteous.
Yes, it's made by those people.
My only problem
They're
with the Rogue Trader game is I wish it was fully voice acted. And that's only because Baldur's Gate was fully voice acted, which means
This
which if you play
studio,
Baldur's
this studio
Gate
is not
on-
Lair. This studio is not Lair.
I know it's not Lair. I
They
know.
also,
They're like
just wish
a fifth of the size.
they also
I know.
had they also had little problems because they're in I think they are in Ukraine.
What's the name of the guns that
Artificial
Calgar
Intelligence.
uses in the game? Fuck, what was the name of those guns again?
Calgar's one, the Gauntlets of Ultramar.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, the Gauntlets of Ultramar.
I guess fist.
And they're power fists with built-in bolters. So
That friggin' scene where he's standing there gunning friggin' Chaos Spawn down with the two fists. Oh, it's so hilarious.
Lieutenant, brief me. Like, motherfucker, you just dropped out of a goddamn plane and you just telling me to brief you while you're beating the shit out of some contest?
Walked into the warp. What was the thing I told you on this specific planet? What? What,
also, I
sir?
just discovered you can
And-
create your own merch store through Seam Labs. I actually do have a merch store. I actually do have a Teespring. When did GW change from metal miniatures to plastic? I still have some metal ones somewhere. When did they switch over entirely?
Like
Wait,
this year,
Ireland?
the last ones are like there's still metal models on sale.
And they're actually double the price of like the regular plastic ones too.
But like they started transitioning in around about 2010, 11-ish to Finecast initially.
Yeah, fine jest.
I mean, a bunch of the stuff for Old World is actually just metal. And they're new sculpts, they're new castings as well. They're just making metal models again. It's obviously cheap enough to just do.
I have metal ones of 2011, then just plastic. Thanks. They are from around 2009. Cool. I absolutely love the ceramic with color on the inside. Do you know about the Lamenters? Made a video on TikTok. Check the subchapters list. Well, subchapters playlist. There. It's hard to speak English.
English hard.
No, English easy.
No. Speaking it, it's easy. Writing it, it's hard.
Just a reminder to everyone, if you wish to win a copy of Space Marine 2 for Steam, please join the Discord. All you have to do is follow the link tree on my TikTok. If you do so, please copy the invite link into a different web browser, so that way you don't get glitched out and TikTok doesn't tell you to fuck off, because that's not what I want. If you're on Twitch, you can join the Discord from the Twitch as well.
Yay.
And then all you gotta do is go into the announcement page, go and vote on the sign up button for the raffle, and go from there. And then we'll, at the end of the stream, we will announce who wins their own copy of Space Marine 2 for Steam.
Oh, the Servo Skull palette went up for pre-order today.
Yeah.
Wait, the what? What?
They're doing a new palette, which is like a silicone palette, but it's in the shape of a Servo Skull.
Ooh.
Sorry, do I think the mechanics of 40K a bit simplistic? Yes, they are simplistic or more generic for very good reasons.
Yeah.
So 40K for the longest time, a lot of older gamers will say it wasn't that complicated. Motherfucker, if I had to pull out trigonometry to figure this shit out, you're fucking wrong. 40K was a very complicated game. And it became so bloated that by the time around 7th edition, 40K nearly died. With the revamp to 8th edition, the idea was to simplify the game for new consumers to get into it. And we are seeing a further example of that simplification in 10th edition. Which is much better than 8th and 9th edition had.
I totally agree with you. That was one of the reasons why I think I left this during like 7th to 8th, because they were adding a lot of extra shit, the whole psycho phase and everything. They were like it felt different. It felt like I was playing like more D&D than it was like playing like 40K.
So, yes, modern 40K is much simpler than old 40K. By like a wide margin. Is it still complicated? Yes. But it's simple enough that anyone can pick up and play it, which is good. You want new blood into your game, you have to make it accessible. Easy to learn, hard to master.
Yeah, the way I would describe the current rule set is the base rules are actually fairly simple. The base mechanic, the basic gameplay loop is fairly simple. The units themselves are where the complexity is. Like it's special abilities of a particular unit is where that complexity comes in. And I think a lot of gamers are used to, a lot of previous editions, they were used to like the core rules being this like really crunchy thing, and now it's shifted so that like it's how you build your army, it's much more deck building now to a certain extent. But
is it complicated for old Warhammer guys? No. Any old Warhammer guy that I have talked to about 10th edition has said like it's overly simplistic to them.
If you want a super complex war game, there is Richard Berg's The Campaign for North Africa, which a single game on average takes around 60,000 minutes.
No.
What?
no.
Do I like Ruby? Not really.
I like Ruby. Ruby's good.
Ruby has a good concept. flatlined on everything else.
How do I keep updated with the current events like Pride, Nexus, and the Tyranid invasion of the West? Hello, Alex Ace. So whenever GW releases a new campaign book, it'll be all over their website. So, like, all you gotta do is, like, log onto the website. If you see a campaign book, that's the updated lore.
And the way I keep up, I find people like Announcer Gamer, and I just do and watch his videos because he does all the work.
Yeah,
That too.
he does all the work for our benefit, and then we repay him by breaking his throne and giving him a bunch of shit and making him cry. This is the cycle that he's built for himself, and he only has himself to blame. He can't even be mad at us.
Do you think
He
the
did this
Adeptus
to
Astartes
himself.
will ever get a special like Grey Knights in every other faction? They do have that. They have Martial Kata.
Yeah.
Their ability is called Martial Kata.
It's badass.
Man,
It's super badass.
Here,
and
I'll
super
grab
broken.
the rule because I don't have their book, but I have Wahapedia.
I have the book in front of me.
Hold on, I'm gonna read it for them because it's my stream. Army rules:
No.
Martial Kata. Each time a unit from your army with this ability is selected to fight, select one Kata stance below. Until that unit has finished making its attacks, the selected stance is active for it, and it gains the relevant ability. You either choose Dekatari stance. Melee weapons equipped by models with this unit have sustained hits 1. Rendak stance. Melee weapons equipped by models in this unit have lethal hits. So you either get exploding 6s or auto-wounding 6s when you're rolling to hit.
Quick question. Since we're on the subject of custodian,
And that's
What was the
every
name
unit
of-
individually.
So someone
was
said
the
like they
name of
nerfed it into the ground. Yes, because 9th edition was broken.
Oh yeah.
Guys,
9th edition custodians were broken.
Custodians.
like I'm gonna go
Right.
I'm gonna find their 9th edition counterpart. Hold on. Wahapedia is
I
right
hate
down.
Yeah, quick question while Boss is
I
looking
hate
for that. What's the name of
custodians.
that pro custodian who won the blood games by, and I quote, threatening to glass Terra?
Okay, so
Like-
here's the Martial Katas. Callistus. Stance 1. Each time a unit advances, roll 1 additional d6 and discard one of the results. Stance 2. Each time a unit makes a normal move or advance in your movement phase, in your following shooting phase, it counts as having remained stationary. So I can just run and not count, and I can just run? Fuck you, I don't count as ran. So I can still shoot you.
There was a strat back in 9th edition called the Unkillable Bike Captain that would just have a bike captain for the custodian jousting you to death, and you couldn't do shit about it.
Which edition are we on now? We're on 10th. Warhammer is no good side to shout for, but the game makes you sympathize with the Imperial Man. No! No, it does not. The game does not make you sympathize with the Imperial Man. The game is telling you, straight to your face, this is the Imperium of Man's fault. They have no one to blame but themselves. You can feel bad for the civilians that get caught in the way, but don't feel bad for the Imperium.
Yeah, no, like you can look at all the poor civilians and poor guardsmen who are getting ground up in the orphan crushing machine that is the Imperium and feel bad, and you can enjoy it when they rage against the night and the dying of the light. But it's their own damn fault.
Hold on, I'm sorry, Prince Jester. It's because they needed to get curb stomped into the fucking ground. Is why Custodies feel underpowered this edition, because they were broken back in 9th. And now that they're not broken anymore, everyone's like, oh, well, they're weak and underpowered. Because you can't pull off the stupid instant win combos anymore. Oh no! People can play the fucking game now!
Yeah, like, it's just power creep. They'll get back to being broken eventually. Don't worry. It'll happen. It's
But
going
we
to
play
happen.
as them? If you're playing the video games, you are playing as an individual within the Imperium. You are not playing as the Imperium. You need to learn to separate yourself from the Imperium and see it for what it is.
The Imperium is a dying corpse. There just so happens to be a few antibodies left running around desperately trying to put it back together.
As I keep telling everyone, there are individuals within the factions you root for, not the faction itself. I was complaining about them being unique. The Custodies, they're still unique. They're still they are still the quality over quantity army. They are still unique in their own way.
they on the tabletop they act as the tip of a spear. You push in deep into the enemy's line and focus on individual units to take out one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
Because
they
you
play.
don't. Yeah, custodians do not have the manpower to win by holding objectives. They have the manpower to win by beating the shit out of the other guy until
For
he can't hold the objectives.
for 10th edition, and now I don't play competitive. I play almost entirely narrative campaigns, but I don't think I've ever won a single game by trying to control points as custodians ever.
But if you peek out of cover, then you get... That's in every 40k game! You come out of cover, yeah, you're gonna get ass blasted! Welcome to the shooting phase, motherfucker!
That is what all shooting games are.
Wow.
Sorry that the
I'm-
shooting phase exists, and your opponent doesn't want to fight you in melee. 9 times out of 10, custodians win in every infantry engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally
melee-
can't move my
Hold
gun.
on, even against
Jester.
a whole chaos team,
Jester.
melee
Line
warriors.
of sight blocking is your friend. Use line of sight blocking. If you're getting shot off the board, either the board is poorly set up, or you're fucking up somewhere.
Like, this is not necessarily the Tau where they can shoot you from across the map.
Like, even
Unless you are
Tau
playing
got
Tau.
nerfed into the ground, so they don't just beat you by... So they don't just beat you by turn 1. If your army is getting shot off the board, ask yourself this. What am I doing that's getting my army shot off the board?
Yeah. What am I bringing? What am I?
You-
How am I setting up the terrain? Like,
Basically, asking why you're getting ass blasted.
The Tau railgun got nerfed in its range. Do you want to know what a vehicle's range has never been nerfed? The Basilisk. The Basilisk can still sit in the back lines of a guard army and hit you from the other side of the board.
Yeah,
Like-
but they made indirect fire less powerful.
I'm telling you this.
After-
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
saying you're a bad player. What I'm saying is stop blaming the army. Start figuring out what you need to do to make sure you're not getting shot.
yeah.
And
Like,
by
this
the
is-
way, you're
like,
gonna
this
get
is
shot in
gonna-
40k. Like, that's just gonna happen.
Also, if
This
you
is gonna
want-
If
sound
you
really
could,
I want to know how.
If-
That's what I want to know, but I have no idea how to get into melee by using cover. 1, you have transports with the assault ramp keyword. Start taking those if you need to. 2, line of sight blocking. Buildings, unless you are going inside the building, are line of sight blocking. Your opponent cannot see through them. Unless they have a specific rule that says they can. Which, by the way, 95% of units in 40k can't do that. So start using line of sight blocking. Okay.
It's a very rare.
Third, start advancing like no tomorrow. Run, run, run till the cows come home until you are close enough where you can take advantage of it. 4, you have bikes in your army. Use the line of sight blocking, get those bikes up the field, run into your opponent, and lock them down.
Oh yeah.
That is the strat. If you
want
don't,
to close the disc as fast as possible and as safely as possible.
yes, if you are struggling with that, the idea becomes how do you use the board to your advantage and what do you bring to close that gap? Okay, that makes
Just like,
way more sense. Thanks. You're welcome. This is like when you were having problems in a game, ask yourself, what could I have done better? What could I have, like, was the table not in your favor? Was the mission itself problematic for you? This is how you build an army in 40k, to address the problems of your previous army. Sometimes...
And to be fair, some matchups are just bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just gonna go against an army and there's nothing you can do. You will just get stomped because they are made to counter you.
Yep, I literally brought... There was one guy who brought Nurgle demons against me, against my Thousand Sons army. There was nothing he could do to stop me. Because his entire army was melee built. His only ranged unit was a Greater Demon of Nurgle, who Magnus shit-stomped.
And
Good job,
Like,
boss.
sometimes you're just gonna have that problem.
yeah, piece of advice when you're
Don't-
fighting Custodes: prioritize the jet bikes first, because they will fuck you up.
Yep.
Massively.
Yeah.
A lot
you're
of people will look like, oh
Yeah.
hey, no, the Terminators are like, oh hey, those Custodi Terminators, the Alaris Custodes are
You
the
wanna know-
priority because they're all big and they can do a lot of wounds. No, the jet bikes are fucking
wanna know-
deadly.
There's a really great strat Tyranid players employ, which is called the distraction Carnifex.
Yes.
You put a Carnifex down, and everyone looks at it immediately, and no one pays attention to the 10 Termagants sneaking into your backline. It's perfectly okay to be like, here's my Custodian Dreadnought, and it's big and it's scary, and you're looking at it, and you're watching it, so my jet bike can come in and stab you in the ass.
Distraction Telemon.
Yeah,
Nope.
exactly.
Yeah, and you got to remember, like, when you're building an army, build your army to support each other. What if a unit isn't supporting your army? What is that unit doing? Like, what is that unit doing to help your army? Is it holding objectives? Is its job to hunt down specific units? Is its job to be there to support other units? If you're taking a unit and it doesn't fit within the army, that's a bad thing. Because that unit is doing nothing to help.
If that unit's not helping you, stop taking the unit.
Yep.
You're just hurting yourself.
Or find out a way how to make that unit work for you. Like,
And again, it's perfectly okay to be like,
with Custodes, like, look up some competitive army builds. Like, what are the competitive players bringing? My total army is a guard squad and Churzhan, so I'll figure it out.
I mean, to be fair, like, the Custodians also have a strategy, which is literally, end of the turn, we all go back into strategic reserve now, and we can deep strike next turn.
Churzhan is 150, and then it's just a Custodian guard squad. Oh, you're barely playing 500 points.
Yeah.
Trajan's 140 now. He went down in points.
He went down in points? Fuck.
Yeah, Trajan has the same points as every other shield captain now.
Here, let me pull up.
He's so much better.
That's
Oh no,
that's actually amazing.
I'm afraid of my friend now.
Yeah, I'm pulling up I have the codex in front of me. I'm
Yeah,
going
he went
through
down to
the
140.
What's-
Contemptor Killer Dreadnought's 155. Contemptor Galatis is 165. Contemptor is 160, and Veritas Praetors are 140, 210. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, you got it buff, buddy.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
that's terrible.
Yeah, what's
Finish.
Trajan's special rule again? What it's 2 modes and it does things.
Fuck, where is he? Churzhan Valoris. Captain General, while this model is leading a unit, each time a model in this unit makes an attack, you can ignore any and all modifiers that attacks, ballistic skill, or open skill characteristics, and or all modifiers to the hit roll.
Mm-hmm.
So he can just ignore penalties. He just says, fuck you, I'm not blinded. Once per battle. At the start of the fight phase, you can select one of the following stances to take, and they are in effect until the end of the phase. His attacks go to 12, or he has a 2+ invulnerable save.
Yep. Yeah, this model is
Not
matches
gonna
axe, melee
lie,
weapon,
that
attack
12
characteristics, 12. Yeah.
Exploding sixes, like take Marshal Katal with exploding sixes and that one. Ooh. Wait, does the Custodes have a reroll stratagem? Hold on.
Yeah.
I think we do. Yes.
Oh, that's gross. That's gross.
There's the hero detachment that makes them all the characters better as well.
Tristan's Gilded Blades. That's
Yeah.
that's the combat patrol you're thinking of.
Slayer of Champions.
The Gilded Blades is a great combat patrol to get started. Let me pull them up.
As someone who's like putting together resources for people getting into boarding actions as well, Custodes is the best army to get out of the box, because literally you buy that combat patrol and you have congratulations, you now have a boarding patrol army.
Yep.
Earning a name. So you give Churzhan, you go into Orc Champions. You give Churzhan a bodyguard squad. You point him in the direction of a monster or vehicle or a character. You point him in the direction of a monster or vehicle. He's killing it.
Yeah.
The most problematic piece on your opponent's side of the board, he just walks up and slaps it.
And again, this is
Hmm.
also a great strategy to distract people from other important things that are happening.
Yeah, the
The
Tristan's
best way to
Gilded
play 40K
Blades.
is have multiple win cons.
That the detachment, it's super small. It's one squad of wardens, total of 3 models. One is with a Castellan axe, 2 guardian spears. There's Tristan, who is a blade champion. A squad of 3 of custodian guards and 2 Alaris custodian terminators.
What's the best place to start with Warhammer 3? Are you talking about like Total War Warhammer 3? My best place to say to start was like Empire.
Yeah.
I think dwarves are still the easy starter faction.
Yeah, they're very durable.
High elves too.
Yeah, like
The white
don't
wolf
worry,
faction.
chat. If you want to play Custodes, Custodes are still playable. They're just like they're not the broken
yeah.
beat sticks back in last edition.
They are a pain. Yes, no.
They are still they are very hard to tear through though.
Yes.
When you're playing against Custodes, the game becomes, yeah, I can't beat you by like shooting and beating the shit out of you. I have to beat you by playing the board.
Yeah, go get objectives and split my attention.
Or how you don't even get the how many mortal wounds can I deal, which is like the way to deal with like demons and stuff. Because Custodes get saves against mortal wounds.
Yep.
So will campaign books keep me updated on specific factions like the Dark Angels? It'll keep you updated on the specific factions taking part in that event.
Yes.
Yep.
So like Ark of Omens only focused on Chaos Space Marines, Demons of Chaos, World Eaters, Imperial Guard, Custodes, Grey Knights, Dark Angels, Tau Empire.
Yeah.
Yes. And the Tau Empire one felt so fucking disconnected to what was going on.
It was
Yeah.
so weird. Like it was so just. This
Just-
is entirely
The
separate to everything
tower
else.
tower just stopped
We are
doing their own
just-
fucking thing.
Yeah,
Like-
it was entirely we needed to release the Farsight model.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Brian,
I
this
could
is
sum up
simple.
Ark of Omens book 4 Farsight very easily. Vashdor gets what he wants, fucks off. The rest of the plot is how Farsight is marked for glory by Khorne.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally it.
Yeah.
The
And
custodians
Stark-
just kind of exist.
How to explain the Brian Nexus, the most recent one? Most recent one is
it's a doomsday weapon contest between the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Necrons.
specifically Zarek and Gaul had a dick measuring contest, and Vashtor
Yeah.
won.
Yeah, it is a doomsday weapons fight between Belisarius Cawl and the Silent King.
Dali
and
Dali Jama,
That's-
is there a lore guide for post Siege of Terra?
Which one?
Which
Yeah.
one?
Which siege?
There's so many.
Are you talking about like the Horus Heresy one? Which in that case, look at any 40k timeline.
Yeah. Or are you talking about when Khorne really assaulted
Like
Terra?
book order. Unless it's Horus Heresy or a trilogy, there is no order to
There is
read the books.
And we don't
After
know
the
we
whole-
don't know if we're getting a scouring series at this point.
To the books.
I would really like Age of Novaterra Interregnum. Announcer really want that. I want that so bad. Gimme.
Age of what?
Age of Novaterra Interregnum. It was basically a time where a planet called Novaterra basically seceded from the Imperium with like a quarter of the Imperium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Columbus.
it's only ever brought up in passing.
It's yet another
You're-
Warring States period.
a Boogaloo.
Uh,
That just sounds like Imperium Secundus Part 2.
I just finished the Horus Heresy Siege of Terra books. Want to continue? Very broad question. Oh, fuck. The next series you'd read after that is War of the Beast, which takes place 1,000 years after the Horus Heresy. And that book, and those book qualities is all over the place.
Yeah, it's rough.
I love Nurgle,
It's
but I
rough.
don't know where to go. There's not a lot of books around Nurgle.
Legitimately, if you
There's the
just finish
Plague
this,
War.
if you just finish the Siege of Terra, actually at that point jumping to the Eisenhorn books and 40k is not a bad one because Dan Abnett tied a lot of the concepts from the Eisenhorn books back into when he wrote the Siege of Terra stuff.
If you're wanting to read a Nurgle aligned book, there is the Lords of Silence book.
Yes.
If you want Nurgle as the big bad evil guy, it's Dark Imperium series.
It's like, fun fact, there's not a lot of Nurgle or Slanesh books.
Is there any books on the Unification Wars? I wish.
Technically, there's
Well,
one.
I mean, there's
There's a story.
technically Trajan Valoris's book, which has part of it.
You mean Valdor?
Yeah, Valdor. I'm sorry, I don't know why I was thinking of Trajan.
Yeah, Lords of Silence, that's the title.
Valdor's book.
Also, is that a fellow Scotsman on your call? It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Constantine Valdor has a little part of the Unification Wars.
His book is good.
Yeah,
Like his book is really good. It also is. I think it's the. I think Albert Ian pointed this out. It's like
all that.
It's like the only 40k book, and because like the 30k books all have the preface at start, but like it is the 30th millennium. The dream of the Great Crusade has ended, and it's the Horus Heresy. It's the only one with a completely unique one because it's set during the Unification War.
yeah.
Could someone also pay attention to the chats for me? I'm going to be putting stuff in a wheel.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, and
Um,
I'll be back if we actually get to play.
We're probably not going to be able to play tonight. I am running on fumes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know that.
I am very tired, and I'm like, I noticed when I was talking to Prince Jester there, I'm like, oh no, I sounded way more aggressive than I meant to. Fuck, that was mean. I'm sorry.
I think y'all can hear my voices crashing down.
Yeah, no, I can hear
I
it.
figured like 2 hours ago. I figured like, yeah, we're not gonna do it tonight. Whatever.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm even like I'm struggling to type. That's how tired I am.
Is your problem staying asleep or getting to sleep?
Getting.
Okay.
And before you ask, I
Assuming
did
you're-
take tea. I did take meds to try and help sleep.
Okay.
So I'm assuming melatonin is not an option. I don't have much for you,
So-
unfortunately.
Something that you might already be doing it, I don't know, but something that really helps me whenever I'm having like the PTSD freakouts is to just, if I can't fall asleep within like 15-30 minutes, get up and go do something else.
That's what I did. That's what I was doing all night.
Okay.
I was literally like looking through stuff to read. I was literally like trying to figure out what the hell to do with myself. It was not fun.
Yeah.
For those that are wondering what the hell I'm doing, tonight is a 40k raffle night to see if you win a copy of Space Marine 2 for Steam. If you want, this is your last chance to join the Discord and sign up through the Discord. You either go through the link tree on TikTok or you go to Twitch and open up from there. If you're using the link tree from TikTok, please copy the invite link and post it in a different browser. TikTok does not like it when I try to get people off of TikTok.
Yeah.
You can
I
tell.
want you to keep the. Yeah.
You can tell that I'm struggling to fucking speak. Monsieur
Aramis
Tony.
says, "Go to bed, boss. No sleeping on stream."
No, fuck you. I'll sleep on stream. That's not a
There are
dash.
people who do that. They stream themselves sleeping for some reason.
Yeah, because people are weird.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on. Come on, brain. We can do this. We can do this. I am the fucking meme of Red Panda did it. What the fuck was it? It was the joke where Batman doesn't sleep. Oh, you should see the boys are much worse than me. What? I'm Batman.
Batman.
The side effects have the symptoms haven't even started to settle in yet. What? What symptoms?
I am Lord Man. What are your superpowers? I am a master of yoga.
What?
Like, he wasn't even joking about that. That was Lord Deathman's.
I know.
actual
I
superpower.
watched the whole series.
It's funny. I cannot die, and I am a master at yoga.
Do you have caffeine in the evening or have any medications that are stimulants? I am on Vyvanse ADHD meds. My brain shut down. I felt it actually turn off. Oh. Congratulations. I didn't take my meds today because I'm like, nope, we're not working today outside of stream, and that the only reason we're streaming today is because we have this raffle to do. So we are getting 2 people their own fucking copies of Space Marine 2. And then after that, I am probably going to play some content warning with my roommate and our friend. And then I'm going to go pass out on my bed. Hopefully. Spooks. Seymour's. Magi. Okay, SS. Bluffstraw.
Yeah. Mish, Man-Bat is a character in DC. He's a man that got turned into a bat monster. Hi, Phoenix.
Hi, they're saying hi, babe. Hello. All right, we have the wheel. We have the wheel. The wheel is ready. Bring me the wheel. Oh boy, we have so many names on here, chat. Oh boy, what will we do, chat? This is the moment. This is the moment. Who shall win? Who are the 2 lucky winners today?
It goes. Who will land on? Nobody knows.
Someone tell me to hit it.
Hit it.
Oh boy! The first one is Stiglitz! Woo! Congratulations, Stiglitz!
Ooh.
At Stiglitz, you win a copy of Space Marine 2. All right, now for the second one, the final person that gets the last copy. Good luck, everyone! Sarcastic smiley face! I think it was actually here. You also win a copy of Space Marine 2. Those are our winners. Congratulations to Stiglitz, and congratulations to Sarcastic Smiley Face. Congratulations to both of you. So yeah, I will message you both the. I will message both of you the. I'll message you both the codes in a DM. My brain is literally shutting off. Christ. So yeah, we will go from there. I'm just gonna do that quick so like there's transparency. So this one goes to. This one goes to announcements. Stiglitz. Whoppa! Here's your free code, sir. And the last other person. It's this one. Hello, Stiglitz.
Are you fucking serious that I won the Space Marine?
I streamed it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I was heading to sleep. For fuck's sake, notification would be the like. Excuse me, Nani, the fuck?
None the fuck? You were going to bed and now I've disturbed your sleep.
It's boss. It's 11:22 p.m. in the night down here in Argentina. Tomorrow I have a rugby game at maybe 12 to 1 p.m.
Well, guess
and I
what?
have
Now you have a
to-
free copy of Space Marine 2. Enjoy it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes, quite happy. God damn it! Now I have to get a better computer to play it. God shit.
Wait, you don't have a
Wow.
computer to play it?
I'm playing on a laptop. It has a Ryzen 5000 series core, 7th generation, and a.
Oh, well, you have the bare minimum to play it, so.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Oh well, free Space Marines for me, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Oh god, fuck me sideways, Jesus.
So yeah, thank you all so much for coming to the stream. This was, again, thank you to our wonderful friend, Axitil, for donating the Steam code copies and those download codes, and thank you for giving me permission to use them.
How do you redeem it? I don't get it.
You go into Steam, there's a redeem code area. It's like you go into the store,
It says feature discovery key wishlist point shop.
yeah, activate a product on Steam. So like you go to games and it's activate product on Steam. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go. I need sleep.
Okay, boss.
So yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you all. Thank you to the person that donated those wonderful Steam codes for our 2 winners tonight. And tomorrow, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not okay. Please subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the Twitch. Please donate to the Ko-fi if you haven't. If you want to watch my videos early, okay, I'm gonna go now. I am not functioning anymore. Good night, everybody.